All right, all right. What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Actually, no, let's do it the way that we're supposed to do it. Yo! What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. All right, that's how I was supposed to do it. Sorry, guys. My bad. I was a little bit late on the stuff. I had to grab my water, and I wasn't even noticing. I was waiting for the stream to start. Then I literally like zoned out, and it went past the time. I was looking at a couple different things to talk about for today, and I kind of just zoned out. Been a little bit of a busy day for me. Got a lot of editing that I did last night. Yesterday there was a new video. Had a video today. I had to go get a new phone. Finally got myself a phone so I can actually make calls. So, excuse me. So I went and got a phone today. So it's just been a busy day for me. Pretty busy day, but we're gonna have a great stream. We're going to talk about a lot of cool games. We're going to discuss the crumbling portable PC market because it's definitely crumbling and it's going to get worse. I mean, it can get worse for all systems, but I think things might even get worse here for the portable PC market. No sales numbers reported, no any movement on that. So, and potential price increases. Well, actually, not even potential. ROG Ally, Asus or Asus, however you say their name, Asus, they straight up just said we're raising the price of all ROG Ally products. So price increases confirmed. Obviously, no $400 Steam Deck, which all of the portable PC people used to use that against Switch for some reason. Is stupid. But yeah, no more of that. That's been discontinued. Prices aren't getting any cheaper, I guess, but we're going to talk about all of that and then some. So let's go and get into shout outs though. And big love to Justin with the 23 months of Ambu tier. It's Happy New Year. Can I get some Hyrule Warriors music? Yes, you can. Hyrule, great game. Hyrule Warriors music. And I've been getting back in, speaking of that, I know you said that you're getting back into that game. I've been getting back into, what's it called? Into Trails in the Sky. And it's incredible. It's just like I'm at like the 42-hour mark. I'm finally just kind of pushing and not really doing, like, I'm doing all the side quests, but I'm not doing anything super crazy. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the first JOJO.
Love the video of the upcoming games with big anniversaries in 2026.
Yes, sir.
It made me really reflect back on the last 40 years of gaming for myself. Since I started really when I was around 6.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
Seahawks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the great thing about that video. I felt that video had so much. Maybe it's not going to do really good numbers for the algorithm, but nostalgia wise, that video was crazy. You know, I used old school music. I use like in the little pictures for like the games. I use like the original art for a lot of the games, not all of them, but for a lot of them, I use like the original first game art. I use classic music, you know. So, but I wanted to show the most recent games because like I didn't want to show crusty footage. But yeah, I tried to make it nostalgic and fun. Like I said, not great for the algorithm, not great for views, but a great fun video to put together. But I was working on that all day yesterday. So yeah, that's one of my things that I wanted to do this year is I want to bring you guys not just gaming news, but I want to bring you guys actual like stories and events and things that like, you know, touch a little bit more to home. If we do talk about gaming news like today, it's going to be like wrapped up within a story. Like it's going to be like storytelling, you know? So I'm trying to bring that a little bit more. Obviously the compilation videos, we're going to start doing those once again. Like you guys love those. The algorithm loves those. So absolutely. Yeah, man. Excited to bring you guys more fun content. Unfortunately, I probably won't be able to bring you guys content like at a dedicated time. You know, like always, like, you know, like I try to do like sometimes like 7:30 a.m. Like I won't be able to do that. But I will be able to get you guys hopefully videos, you know, every week or almost every day. There might be a day or two I miss, but yeah, trying to get you guys more substantial videos. Big love to Cyber Taurus. You are now the new Hokage Ninja and first Ninja Blood with the first Dono, first JoJo as well. Yo, should we get that? I think we should get that going, right? Cyber Taurus. First JoJo Friday, those $10 and up. We get every one of these. Yes, sir. JoJo Fridays. We out here. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. My man, Cyber Taurus. Anybody that's 10 more, you can get a JoJo, of course. And you can tie up or pass up my man, Cyber T on the board. ROG Ally X prices going up. Damn you, Nintendo. It's Nintendo's fault. That's true. It is Nintendo's fault that ROG Ally prices are going up potentially. I mean, Nintendo price is going to go up. It's Nintendo's fault. But when ROG Ally prices go up, it's going to be their fault. I really hope Nintendo does not raise the price of the Switch 2. Like, I think it would be so perfect if they just kept it $450 to $500. Just keep it at that. I don't care. Raise the price of Pro controllers. Raise the price of, not games. Please don't do that. But if you have to, raise the price of other stuff. Amiibo. I don't care what you do. Please try to keep the price of the Switch 2 at $450. I think if they do that, they can just continue completely stomping out portable PCs for the lazy efforts that they actually are. Because portable PCs are not actual real portable devices. So yeah. Let's see, bro, you're for a journey with Trails. You'll like second chapter 1,000 times more. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's getting really good. Trails in the Sky takes a while to get going. Like, the beginning, it takes a bit before it really, really gets going. But I would probably say, like, chapter 2 is when things really kind of get going. Chapter 1's just kind of like, eh. But, like, chapter 2 and chapter 3, they're starting to get going here. So I like it a lot, which is fine by me. My problem was that I was also, I was playing on like the hardest difficulty or one of the harder difficulties. So it was just like kicking my butt at times, and it was like just taking too long to get through things. I had to lower it a little bit. So yeah. It was funny seeing people sing out Nintendo when it came to RAM price hikes. It's not going to affect everyone else, especially PC. I mean, that's true and not true. First, it was singling out Microsoft. And then they started to kind of just individually single out other places based on where you want your audience to be.
Gaming is just getting more and more expensive.
Yeah.
Also, Hyrule Warriors is so good. I'm looking forward to the gaming surprises this year.
Yes. Hyrule Warriors is freaking incredible. Shout outs, Justin. Appreciate that. 13 on the board. Yo, we are only 2 combos away. We can get full extensions tonight, guys, on JoJo Friday. So only 2 combos away from a 15-minute extension. Let's go, man. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, I see what Nintendo Dope is saying. Like, you want experimental and new franchises and such like that. So what do you want them to do? Like, we're gonna get third parties. You want new franchises. There was ARMS last generation. ARMS did not sell anywhere near like any of the other franchises they put out. You want new franchises. There was Astral Chain. That did not sell anywhere near as much as some of the other games out there. So, I mean, I see when people say that, but that's not actually what people want, because we saw that with Switch 1. ARMS and Astral Chain did not sell crazy numbers. So, I see what you're saying, but what you really want is that you just want Mario and Zelda. That's what you actually want. You haven't got the Mario and Zelda, but I know that's what you want. What you want is Mario and Zelda, Nintendo Dope. You don't want a bunch of new franchises and all that. That's what everyone says. And then when they come out, it's like, they were just okay, or you don't buy them. So I always hear people say that, but what they really mean is, I want Mario and Zelda. Let's see here. Chrono Rig with the $5 dono. Says, I could see Nintendo doing price increases on the online services and other stuff. Yeah. The Mario movie doing great could help the price, hopefully. Yeah, I think, like, I'd rather have them raise the price of NSO than raise the price of the system. I agree. I could see them doing that. Thank you for the $5, Chrono Rig. Shaw X with the $10 JoJo. And he says, JoJo Fridays, boys and girls, what up? OG about to start Digimon after finishing Spider-Man 2. I see why he spent more time on Mario Wonder. Spider-Man 2 is good, though. Yeah. Spider-Man 2 is alright. Like, it's definitely good. Not my style, but for other people, absolutely, dude. Like, I can see why people really enjoyed that game and why some people didn't, but I'm glad that you liked it. That's all that matters, is what you like. And all that matters is also the combo break. And it's also the JoJo boys. Shout outs to Chrono Rig with the 5. Shout out to Shaw X with the 10. I think, guess what? 2 combos away. We got a 15-minute extension. Only 2 more combos away from a 30-minute extension. See what Switch 2 budget options will be. I'm definitely getting to supplement my Switch to your main Switch 2 budget options. There's probably going to be a Switch Lite, and that's about it. Or a Switch 2 Lite, but that will be like what? That'd probably be $400. Or 3 something. I mean, I don't know how much cheaper they can make it at this point, considering the hardware. Let's see. Do you think Astral Chain might get a Switch 2 upgrade? Yes, Mr. 9K. I think Astral Chain 2 has a good chance of getting a update on Switch 2 to just run better. It's possible. I don't know about a full Switch 2 edition, but I do think it's possible just for like an update. You know, they just announced, hey, Astral Chain, like at a Nintendo Direct, hey, Astral Chain's getting, we got another slate of free update games. Like, Astral Chain is part of that. Xenoblade, like it's very possible that happens with those. So they're just kind of waiting, and they're gonna like announce like a bulk group like in February. You know, they won't raise NSO though. People really rarely buys it. Has people rarely buys it. Has it is okay. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah. Let's see here. New ones aren't that great except Astral Chain. New ones aren't that great except Astral Chain. I disagree. ARMS is fantastic. Justin, and Splatoon is also really good. That's a new IP. Splatoon's
IPs
great.
are good sometimes, but they can also experiment with existing IPs, like how DK Bonanza is nothing like the other DK games.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of people that just look at it from the surface, Justin, is that they think that new and fresh means a new coat of paint. But if Nintendo just made a shooter that played like Call of Duty, but it was the same thing, but it was called a new IP, would that be more innovative or new than, like, let's say Donkey Kong Bonanza, how that gameplay is? Or like other games that or how about Mario Odyssey's gameplay with the whole Cappy mechanic and all of that stuff that doesn't play like any other Mario game, you know, when it comes to the movement and the options that you have. Or how about Mario Sunshine? Is Mario Sunshine just the same old Mario, even though it has a completely new mechanic? So I think that's the problem with just saying, I want new IP. So what if they just make a new IP that plays exactly like the other games? Then what? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? You know, so I think it goes beyond that. I don't think it's just a simple, I want new. Like I said, because okay, they make something new like ARMS, and you're like, oh well, I don't want that, or oh no, I don't like that. So it's not just about new IP. You just want what you want, and what you want is good games. It doesn't matter if it's Mario or Zelda, or it's something, a brand new IP that looks different, or not. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. People just want really great playing games. So I think you're probably just going through a little bit of a slump where you're just not getting what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what the issue is. So yeah. Let's see. I'm not attacking you. I'm literally conversating. Look, listen, relax. First of all, Nintendo, relax, homie. Everyone's not going to agree with you in terms of things. I just hear people say that a lot. Shout outs to Droxus91. Thank you for the 28 months. I hear people say that. And then ultimately, like, what they really want is just, they just want something that they want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's really about new IPs. I really don't think it's really about new IPs. Because trust me, Donkey Kong Bonanza plays like a new IP. There's a whole new gameplay in there. And you didn't count that because it's just Donkey Kong, right? Like, oh, well, I know that character. But it hasn't played anything like that. So they are providing new and fresh experiences that play differently, but you don't count it. So if they put that, what if it was called Monkey Man and it was a brand new IP? Then all of a sudden, are you more happy with the game because it's not Donkey Kong? Like, I see what you're saying, homie. Like I said, I'm not attacking you. Just relax, okay? I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying, do you see what I'm saying? Like, if they just called it something else, all of a sudden, would it be more exciting for you? Would it be a better game? Would it be incredible? Like, it's not called Donkey Kong, it's called Monkey Kong, or it's called Tronky Song. You know what I'm saying? Like, fresh gameplay experience is what people want. Great games are what people want. If the next big brand new Mario game comes out and it has an incredible new gameplay hook attached to it, you're not going to care if it's a new IP or not. You're just going to care about whether the game's good, you know? And no company is just going to sit there, probably, and Nintendo especially, they're not just going to sit there and just throw a bunch of new IPs and throw a bunch of new IPs out there. They're just not going to do that because we've seen what happens with it, like Astral Chain and ARMS, right? We saw what happened. Yo, Mayo Riot with the Toby
Eric
Blaster.
looking for a Friday Toby Blaster.
Yes, sir.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Yo, shout outs Mayo Riot. Thank you for the straight up raw Toby Blaster. I appreciate that. Yo, let's go, man. I appreciate you, Mayo. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm not attacking you, fam. I'm not attacking you. No, nobody's attacking you. Don't feel attacked. I just disagree with when people say that. I just hear people say that all the time. If you bought ARMS and you bought ARMS and you bought Astral Chain, that's awesome. That's great. Like, shout outs, fam. Like, that's good stuff. But at the end of the day, I think we all just want really good games, and maybe you're just not getting some games that you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, like, if they make a new IP that made Drag Cross Drive, that's you didn't count that because you didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? It's not good. So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't think it's about new IPs because they made Drag Cross Drive. That's a new IP. Are you hyped? Are you excited? Of course not. It's not very good. You know what I'm saying? It's not very good. So I think it's just more about great games. You know, it's more about getting games that you want to play and great games that look fun and are great. I don't think it's about new IP, honestly. Because like I said, Drag Cross Drive, brand new IP. Are you excited? Is it great? Of course not. Party Man also with the Ninja Peach.
Can you do a reaction to that JV4 clip when you have the time?
Oh, absolutely.
I'd say that is probably my peak in Smash Ultimate, so I can retire that game happily.
You can retire it.
Bring back
You got to
Smash
stop it.
when Smash 6 finally revealed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
2026
Absolutely.
off to a great start.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll react to it, Party Man. I got you, fam. I got you. Thank you for the $5, dude. Gaming Manor also with the 10 says, Happy New Year, OJ. I ended 2025 and began 2026 with the same great game. That being Dragon Quest XI S Echoes of an Elusive Age Definitive Edition. Highly recommended for RPG fan out there, as it's an amazing game. Yeah. Shout outs. Thank you for the 10, Gaming Manor. I appreciate you, fam. That's an awesome game, and I'm glad that you're having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm really glad that you're having fun with it. Really, really, really happy about that. Really happy about you guys out here dropping some support too, man. Holy smokes. 58 on the combo board already. Combo breaks. And also JoJo boys. We out here. Shout outs to Nintendo 2 Dope, bro. Don't be discouraged. Always JoJo boys. Always share your opinion. Always share your opinion. Your opinion's welcome. So I don't want to shut you down. I'm just saying, I think you just want to see the next slate of great games, which we all want that too. Which we all want that, you know. Also, Fluffy Law Hat. Yo, shout outs to Fluffy Law Hat. Appreciate you. Also, Mega Lee, welcome back to the Tune In Tier Squad. Appreciate that. And yeah, George FT brings up a good point. I don't think they should be forcing new IP. Like, I don't think they should just be forcing new IP and just saying, we're going to make a new IP, because it's got to be like, Nintendo builds their games like this. They say, we got a gameplay idea first, and then we build the game. Like, then we take an IP and we put it around it. Like, Splatoon wasn't a new IP at first. At first, Splatoon was it was Nintendo characters, and then it was like rabbits, and then it was like all sorts of stuff. But then they realized, okay, well, we have this ink mechanic, so we need it to make sense. So like, okay, octopuses, that makes sense because, you know, they're ink, they kind of swim. So it's like, now we have like a flow to it. And then it became a new IP. So I think really it's more about just getting a great game. And if it is a new IP, cool. If it's not, then it's not. Then it's Donkey Kong, or it's Star Fox, or it's, you know, F-Zero, or it's whatever, right? Or it's whatever IP that they have. I think that's the way to do it, you know? But I feel you though, Nintendo Dope. I feel you on that one, man. But yeah. Exactly. Unless, like, I think the gameplay should be the most important. I think that's what he's looking for. I think that's what we're all looking for. We're all looking for that, you know? We're all kind of looking for that. Shout outs to Mega Lee though. One combo away from the 1 hour extension already. You guys are out here, man. Let's see here. What happened to the Buck Bumble emote? I'm not even sure what happened to the Buck Bumble emote. I don't even know why it's not there. I don't remember removing it. That's the crazy thing. Shout outs to Mayo, right? I know you've been around for a long time. I appreciate you, fam, but I legitimately don't know what happened to the Buck Bumble emote because I did not remove it. No, it's still there. Look, it's still there. Yeah, hold up. I was about to say, it's still there. It's right there. The Buck Bumble's right there. You know, we out here. The Buck Bumble's still there. Shout outs to my man Mayo, right? Let's go. Still, we still out here. 100%. Still out here, 100%. Let's go. Shout outs to the Toby Blaster boys. Also, big love to Mayo, right? Let's go ahead and put you up as a top streamer in the stream, Hokage, with the 15. Anybody that's 15 or more, you can be up my man Mayo Riot on the board. Yo, big love, man. Mayo Riot. Emailed you about the bet. Say cancel due to the 49ers being begged up. But if we can bet, if you want to, of course. Okay, yeah, I'll send you back an email, my boy. I think that went to my spam though, because I didn't see it. But I'll check again. I got you. Figured. We'll figure it out there. Mayo R. Yo, let's go. Shout outs. Eric. Yeah, Eric P. Of course you're Eric P. I know who you were. Yo, what's up, Zombie Tech Pad? What's up, baby? How you doing tonight? Shout outs. Welcome. It's enough that IP is invested in passionate individuals, not just for spending money to create new blank products. Yeah, I think that, like I said, I see what Nintendo 2 Dope is saying. Like, I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that passion of all that. But I think the biggest problem is that Sony sometime ran into that. Let's just make a new IP just to make a new IP. You know what I'm saying? Like Concord, for example, or certain stuff like that. And then it ends up just being look at all these IPs that you have. Now, if you go on the flip side, you'll look at a lot of the hardcore Sony guys. They're like, where's Killzone? Where's Jack and Daxter? Where's all these IPs that we know and love that we grew up with? They're not asking for new IPs. Maybe because Sony does do a lot of new IPs, but this generation, I mean, they haven't really been doing a ton of new IPs this gen, but regularly Sony always tries to push some new IPs here and there, pretty big, big investments. So yeah, we'll see though. Yeah, I think I changed it up a little bit. Monster Hunter Wilds data miners found switch to presets on PC, recreated to give an approximate, and it looks great, but it also portable preset docked. Yeah, I did see that, but I don't really put much stock into what presets and all. That's not actually developing for the system, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not really looking at that until we actually get it, because coding to the metal is completely different than using a PC and approximating things. We saw a lot of people do that beforehand with games, and it ended up, like, when we actually got the games on the Switch 2, it ended up looking better than what people did beforehand, like what Digital Foundry and what they did, beforehand, like approximating Switch 2 settings and stuff. So yeah, but I mean, we'll see. We will see what happens there. OJ, it's all good. I'm not saying you're wrong, because you're not. We hustled having a good convo. You're right. I didn't mean it to sound negative. Text relay, never sarcasm correctly. Oh no, it's all good, fam. Like I said, no, you've been around for a long time, so I already know you didn't mean any harm by it, my boy. I didn't, I just wanted to make sure that you were clear where I'm coming from. What you're saying is correct too. You're not wrong either. Like, you want to see new stuff, you want to see new gameplay. Everybody wants that. So I'm right there with you. If Nintendo has some dope new IPs somehow that they conjured up, that's incredible, then that's great too. I mean, I don't think they're going to have a bunch of new stuff. Like I said, there maybe a couple new IPs generation, but like, we'll see for sure. So you good, man. You good. No hate. No hate. I really want Nintendo to utilize their more dormant franchises while also have their big Mario and Zelda games. I mean, we'll see if that happens. Once again, I think, I'll explain to you after I get this dono and this JoJo boys. I'll explain to you guys how it works. Cybertorch with a $10 dono and says, before I forget, here's to an awesome game tomorrow full of big plays, serious competition, and an awesome rivalry. The most importantly, no injuries. Go Seahawks. Yeah. Go Niners. But yeah, I hope it's a clean game. I hope that there's no injuries. You guys have some pretty big injuries on your end. Niners have some, obviously they've been dealing with injuries all season. So yeah, I hope it's a great game. And yeah, I mean, it looks like it's going to rain, so that definitely benefits the Seahawks. But, no excuses. You gotta play your best. You got Christian McCaffrey, so give him the rock, But I'm hoping. I really want the Niners to win and get the number 1 seed. But if they don't, they don't. Still got to play in the playoffs. Let's go. Shout outs to Cyber T. You are back at the top of the Hokage board with the $20 dono. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. 69. Very nice. Thank you for that $10 dono. Getting us to 69 on the board. And you guys know what that means too. Combo breaks. And it also means JoJo boys. Here we go. Appreciate that. Let's go. Thank you for the support, man. Appreciate that, guys. JoJo boys. And of course, the 1 hour extension. I kind of combined the two, by the way, if you guys didn't notice. Shout outs though. Appreciate you, Cyber T. Anybody that does 20 or more, you can put my man Cyber T on the top of the Hokage board. Let's go. Let me put my JoJo's up too, man. We got to get the JoJo count up as well. So gotta do that too. We gotta do that. Also, big love to I Love Coke Slurpees with the 10 and says, I'm gonna get Elias's comment in just a bit too. Hey OJ, I hope you're having a great new year. Do you have any predictions for Switch 2 and or other third-party releases for 2026? Or is that subject of the new video I missed? It's definitely, like, I've been talking about it, but I haven't had like a predictions video. So no, I have not had a predictions video just yet. I will have that video probably tomorrow for you guys. Big 2026 predictions and like when, where, and how they're going to happen. So look out for that video. But I mean, if just like, some videos that I would say, or some games that I would say, and obviously big 3D Mario. I think it's very possible that we see, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, stuff like that, HD versions of that. I think it's possible that we see a, updates for games. I think we see maybe Monolith Soft's new project as well. So I think new Pokemon is coming too. So there's going to be some pretty good stuff. I'll have a big video out for you guys on predictions tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll get working on that. So I'll get working on it probably like around 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And you guys will have that video like around maybe like 1 p.m. or so. So yeah, shout outs to I Love Coke Slurpees. Thank you for the big 10 once again, man. Appreciate that. 79 on the board. 80, no, not 80. Sorry. 21 combos away from a platinum streak 91. Thank you guys so much. Let me get what Elias has to say here. What's up, Nick 93? Says Switch 1, we got Arms, Ring Fit, Labo, and Casuals. We got Astral Chain as a new IP for core gamers. I'm sure they'll get new ones for Switch 2. I don't know if Arms is a casual game. I wouldn't really classify that as a casual game. That's definitely more for core gamers than it is for casuals. So yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Arms has a ton of depth. I don't know if casuals like, oh yeah, let me play some Arms. But yeah. But yes, Ring Fit and Labo, yes, absolutely, those are casual. But Arms and Astral Chain were definitely for more of the core gamers. Definitely not more of the casual side. Let's see here. What's up, PC Fool? Yo, that's Patrick Courtney. Hey, what up, Patrick? Welcome, brother. Hey, what's up, Ava Cook? Welcome to the stream. Fire Emblem 4 remake. You know I'm gonna put it in my predictions video, right? You know I'm gonna put a little joke on that in my predictions video. So you know I gotta talk about that. You know I do. You know I do. Big love, man. Yo, Roger E with the 5 and says, yo, peeps, have a happy new year and I hope you're all doing well. Yes, I'm doing good, man. Happy new year to all of you guys. If you guys weren't here for my new year stream, happy new year, man. Much love. I hope you guys all had great new years. I know I did. You know, I spent New Year's Eve with you guys up until the East Coast New Year's. And then I spent the rest of the New Year's Day, I spent that with my nephews and my niece and my boy and my wife. So it was good. Still feeling kind of sick, but it was okay. I'm getting over it. You get a chance to play Prime 4? Of course I did. Check out my review on the channel, Cam. Of course I did. You gotta watch the vids, my boy. I think I made like 5 or 6 straight videos on Metroid Prime 4 in December. So yeah, you gotta watch the vids, homie. And I had a review for it up as well. When are you gonna show Nintendo Switch 2 codes? When are you going to show Nintendo Switch 2 codes? I have no idea what you talk about, homie. Jay Views with the $20 dono and says, you've been killing it with the vids recently. I went back to review your No More Heroes since I picked up the 3rd one. Really excited to check it out ahead of Romeo's launch. Happy New Year, OJ. Yo, shout outs. I'm glad that you enjoyed the videos. Yeah, the videos are fun. The videos are fun. I've been having a blast making them. I'm gonna try to do a buy now before rare, like an update vid on that. So buy now before rare. I want to do a predictions video. I want to do quite a number of different things, more compilation videos. You know, must buy, must play games, RPGs, you know, stuff like that. I want to do a bunch of that. I want to do a ton of that. Big love to J Views. Thank you for the $20 dono. That does get you up on the board here as well. Ayo, with Cyber T, you guys are both tied up with 20. Anybody that's 20 or more, you can tie up or pass up Cyber T and J Views. Glad you're loving the content, man. Also, J Views taking over as the sole stream ninja, biggest dono of the stream as well. Thank you so much, J Views. Appreciate you, fam. Thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for supporting the stream. You guys are too good, too goated, too great. I love all you guys. And of course, Platinum Streak 91 combo breaks on the board. You guys know what you know what time that is. You guys know what time it is, right? Limit break. Let's go. Yo, shout outs, let's go, man. Appreciate that. Says I think creating new characters and attaching that with a good story and gameplay will build a bond with gamers. That's why maybe bringing new IPs is something useful both sides. I mean, like, once again, that's just not in Nintendo's DNA to make new characters and then attach it to gameplay. That's just not what they do. That's not how it works. What they do is they make gameplay and they put placeholders and they put things in there, and it could be a new IP. It could be something great, but they don't know. It might work better as an established IP. So I agree with you, but that's just not how Nintendo does that's not how they do it. They think gameplay first, and then they go with characters, and then they go with story, and then they go with the other stuff like that. They don't do, oh, we're going to create characters and then make gameplay around those characters. That's not how they do things. They just do things the other way around. They do things gameplay. Let's create an idea. Let's create something and then attach a franchise to it. And like I said, I mean, it could work that way for them, But that's just not how they do it. They don't do it that way. They think of ideas for gameplay first. So I see what you're saying. It could work, but that's just never how they do something. So I don't think they're going to start doing that now out of nowhere, you know. I think they're going to keep it to the same thing, like create some cool gameplay concepts and ideas, and then whatever, if you have a cool character idea or a cool thing that you can attach to it that would be new and different, then that's fine. But if not, that's also fine too, you know, because it's more about how good is the game, not, oh, we're just going to create a new character just to create a new character. That's just not how it works. And like I said, they don't create characters first. They create gameplay first. So it's unique to Nintendo. A lot of other companies will create concepts and characters first and then create gameplay around that. Like, oh, I want to do this, but that's just not how Nintendo does things, you know? So yeah. But I feel you on that. I mean, it'd be good, but I don't know if Nintendo's good at that. Like, I don't know if they're good at doing it that way, because that's how I think that's how Microsoft and Sony do it. They create a type of game. We want this game, and we want these characters to look like this, and then we're gonna make gameplay with that. And I think that definitely works. I just don't think that's just not Nintendo's style of doing things, you know? Bro, I was literally watching your older Buy Now Before Rare vids like 3 days ago. Grabbed me quite a few physicals. Shout outs. Hey, appreciate that. I'm gonna put together a compilation too, so it's like hour long of Buy Now Before Rare or something like that, you know. So yeah. Monado Mar, I'll get to your comment in just a bit. And shout outs to Mr. 9K, who always does huge support on the channel and always brings good counterpoints and discussion pieces, like he said right there. Like, I agree. Like, I think it'd be cool if Nintendo could do that. I just don't know if they're good at that, because that's something that they don't do. Even like original like Mario Bros and stuff like that, right? Like, they were just thinking of gameplay ideas, and then Mario was birthed from that. So they kind of always stick with that plan, and it works most of the time. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. But shout outs to Mr. 9K with the big super chat of the 50. Yo, Mr. 9K becoming the new Hokage and Stream Ninja. Yo, appreciate that. Let's go. Big love. Anybody's 50 or more, you can be on both boards. Also, Mr. 9K, get some music. Remember, guys, if you drop a dono, put your music request in there so I can play some lit tracks for you guys, all right? So, Mr. 9K, if you want something, let me know. If you've already dropped the dono, let me know, and I got you for a music track. All right, guys? Let's get some cool music. I've still been playing Justin's Hyrule Warriors music. Big love to Mr. 9K. Appreciate you, fam. That's really, really generous and super nice of you, man. I really appreciate that. Like I said, help keeps the stream rolling. We out here. 154 on the combo overclock board. Platinum and a half out of nowhere. Hey, yo, let's go. Limit breaks. Hey, what's good, Gamer Goon? What's up, OJ? Also, PC market is looking bad. That's impossible. I heard so many big YouTubers say PC handheld market will be destroying Switch 2. How is that possible? I know. Yeah, let's get into that PC market, because it looks like ROG Ally, Asus has already stated they're going to increase the price of the ROG Ally, including the ROG Ally line. So it looks like portable PCs are part of that. And also, once again, Steam Deck, they decided to get rid of the $400 option because they know good and well that's bleeding money. They don't want to support that no more. So they got rid of that option as well. So right now we have no sales numbers. The holiday just passed up. We have 0 sales numbers for ROG Ally, for GPD wins, for all of these portable PCs. I think they got cooked. I talked to a couple of my buddies that are in distribution and retail for a number of major stores across the US, and they're like, dude, we didn't really move much at all. Nobody was really buying them at all. I don't think these portable PCs are really doing anything personally. And once again, I would change my tune if Microsoft or if Asus or if Steam or Valve, more like if Valve or if any of these people came out and said something. But we literally have no portable PC sales update market at all. Whereas we've got updates when it comes to Japan, when it comes to Spain, when it comes to the UK with the Switch 2 sales. 700,000 units plus above, a good chunk above the Switch 1 in the same time frame when it comes to the UK. In Spain, 312,000 units plus, fastest selling system of all time. Actually got there quicker than any other system to 300,000 units. So we're actually seeing, and then of course we've got the Japanese sales. So we're actually seeing, we can quantifiably see sales numbers for Nintendo Switch 2. Not saying that it's selling incredible everywhere. I know the US in November, there was a little bit of a down month for that, but December seems to be pretty good, and October was good with Pokemon Legends ZA. So we know that the system is doing well enough because we've gotten that first update with that 10 million a number of months ago, and it's still been selling. So the thing with me is that in order for me to say that you're doing okay, I got to actually see some updates. You can't just say, oh, it's doing okay, or people are buying it because people on Twitter tell you that they are. So I think they're getting cooked. That's my opinion. Now, once again, if I'm wrong on that, but I don't think I'm wrong on that. I think portable PCs are getting absolutely obliterated by the Switch 2, and I don't think it's even close. I don't think it's even close at all. It's all good, Alvin. You don't gotta apologize for spending your life clock with me, brother. Thank you for your support, man. I appreciate you. If I have a request, wish to have a few minutes with you on Discord, absolutely, Mr. 9K. Yeah, if you want to send me an email, and I got you. If you want to talk to me on Discord for a few minutes, absolutely. We can do it before I stream, or when I'm editing tomorrow morning, if you want. So yeah, send me an email so we can set up a time that works for you, because I know you're overseas, so we got to set up a time that works best for you. Let me know, and I got you, fam. I got you 100%. You know where you got our Discord, right? So, or you can send me a message on Discord. I'll go check it. Either one. So you can send me a message, or you can send me an email, and I got you. Happy New Year to you and your fam. 2026 is about to be lit on Switch 2. Yes, sir. How much is the Legion going to cost now? I don't know, man. The Legion, I mean, that's already a pricey system. So, I mean, we'll see. That's Cap, clearly. Stake Deck. Ooh. Is that Stake Deck? I think you meant Steam Deck. It's destroying Switch 2 if we just ignore about the sales numbers and think about how anti-consumer Nintendo and pro-consumer Valve is. I know. Excuse me. So pro-consumer, they got rid of the affordable $150 to $250 cheaper model of the Steam Deck for people to pick up. Now you have to buy, if you want a Steam Deck, you either get the $550 model or $650 model.
All I saw is people returning the cheap Xbox ROG Ally this holiday because they thought it was an actual Xbox. Lol.
Yeah, that's something that that definitely my Best Buy saw a lot of. But yeah, I find it hilarious because like you didn't see anything about it. It seems like gamers, once again, I think a lot of gamers, I get it. There's definitely some you call anti-consumer things. That's not great. I don't like game key cards. I don't like the price of Mario Kart being 80. Like I don't like certain things that like the big sticking points when it comes to Switch 2. I'm with you on that one too. But I think that some people are so crazy into that they're willing to completely ignore everything else because they're so mad at one thing, or they're so angry at Pokemon graphics or something like that, right? So to get to the point to where they'll sit there and promote portable PCs on their crusty channels and promote that, and then talk about sales numbers in another breath with Nintendo because they don't like it, but they won't mention anything with sales when it comes to portable PCs. They're doing terrible. Why don't you let your audience know? Like if something's not selling well, I'm gonna say it's not selling well. We know portable PCs have been selling terrible, yet it's okay. We don't talk about that. It's all right if those don't do well, but let's talk about Switch 2 sales. Let's do that. Everybody turns into a sales analyst all of a sudden when they don't like something, but when they like something, they don't want to talk about it. That was one of the things that I had in my conversation with OmniArch when it comes to the Pokemon stuff. It's like, he's like, oh, well, I don't like Pokemon, so I'm going to talk negatively about it. And that's fine if you want to talk about like the sales and stuff like that. But why don't you do that with stuff that you like if it doesn't do well? Oh, well, yeah, well, I don't want to do that. Oh, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's it's completely biased. It's nonsense. You know, when it comes to a lot of the stuff that why people are doing things. They're doing things because it's for their own personal, I can make some money off this. I can clickbait on YouTube and talk about Pokemon, but they won't do the same thing to stuff that they like. If they like it, then all of a sudden I don't want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to talk about that. That's not good. And when we actually get like legitimate like sales numbers or bad sales numbers for something or whatever, I don't want to talk about that. Let's not discuss that. You know, so I think that's the problem with a lot of people. That's why I don't be paying attention, or I don't be like, I don't look at it too seriously. It's like, okay, if you're going to cover something, make sure that you cover it fairly. You can't sit there and say, this is selling terrible, this is bad, when we've got sales numbers and it's good, and then completely ignore that because you don't like something and you like portable PCs, you know? It's insane and ridiculous logic. So yeah. Did you see the post where a parent put the Switch inside of a Xbox box to throw off his kids? The mighty has fallen. I did see that, but I don't know how fake that is. That looks like clout chasing to me. So I don't know how fake that is or not. So that's the reason why I didn't really react to it, because I mean, I don't know. Parents doing stuff like that is kind of lame. I think it's corny. You know, but it's their kids. They know how to listen. I'm not trying to see it just there and tell people how to police their kids, or you know, how to prank their kids and stuff like that. But I don't know. That's just kind of lame, them putting it on Twitter or putting it on, like, so I don't know, man. It's like kicking a man when he's down. Like, Xbox is down. But like doing stuff like that to me is just, like I said, and then putting it on Twitter or putting it on social media is just kind of corny. But yeah, I did see that. So, but I didn't, like I said, I didn't really have one way. I mean, whatever. It's kind of funny, I guess, right? My invisible cup turns me invisible. Perfect green for the green screen. Oh man. Let's see here. I can see your comments, Mr. Davis. What's good, man? Welcome. Handheld PCs are solid. GPD Win 5 and one player Apex are probably the only models worth getting, and they're not running with the Switch. But the cost of PC handhelds is a bit too much, to be honest. I don't think PC handhelds are solid. I don't. I think that they're not very solid. I think that they're fake handhelds, and I think that they're lame. I'd rather have them actually stop being lazy. Build a real. I don't care if you can't put all your PC games on there. Build a real portable, not a PC thingy. Build like a real portable. To me, they're not very solid at all. Like, I'll take a PS Vita, or I'll take like an actual like PSP3 or whatever Sony's doing. I'll take that over a PC handheld. But I don't think that they're solid. I've used them enough to think. I don't think that they are. I think we need to go back to actually having real handhelds. I mean, listen, I don't like this site that much, and I don't think the guy likes me much when it comes down to it. But you know, even Windows Central wrote an article saying they're tired of fake PC handhelds. They're tired of fake handhelds that don't feel great to use, because like, let's just be real here. Like, let's be real here. A lot of these influencers that got review units for PC handhelds were literally like either paid off, or they were absolute BSing so they can continue to get free products. There's been like barely any actual real reviews of the ROG Ally that shows how trash it is. There's one guy, and I showed you guys his review, and where he's like, dude, he's like, I like handhelds. He's not like a Nintendo fanboy or anything, like any of the stupid words that people want to use, glaze or anything. He literally is a PC guy. That he also has a Switch 2, but he's literally a PC guy, and he says that Switch 2 is way better than all this stuff. And he says that these, he breaks it down, walks why the user experience is terrible. These things are terrible. They're not very good. And I think that the problem is that people just bow down and bend over for PC gaming because it's just default seen as Gabe Newell's the greatest thing ever, PC's the greatest thing ever. And I think people just, if this was Microsoft or Sony, when it comes to an actual, or more like if this was PlayStation or Nintendo making you jump through as many hoops and hurdles to play games, to set things up, you guys would all say this was trash. It's garbage. This would not be acceptable for the PlayStation, the next PlayStation Portable, and this would not be acceptable for the next handheld. I would be angry, upset if they do all the stupid stuff that PC portables do. So I'm not gonna say that it's solid. 2026, I'm not holding back just because Gabe Newell fans or Gaben fans want to sit there and make it seem, call me every name in the book, go ahead. But I've experienced these PC handhelds and they're ass. They're not very solid in my opinion, and we don't, trust me, you would not want Nintendo or Sony to operate a handheld like this. It's given a break because it's PC, and people just think PC is the greatest thing since sliced bread, you know? That's the only reason why it's acceptable, because you have your backlog. But would you want Nintendo's system to operate with all the hoops and hurdles that you got to go through for it? Hell no, you wouldn't. Nobody would want that. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's great. It's not. That's why nobody's buying this stuff. It's not great, and that's why it's not selling. It's not a great experience. It's not. Shout outs to Cyber Torch with the $10 dono. Says my daughter heard that and said, just said, don't ever put something in an Xbox and then give it to me. Give it to me. That platform's cooked. That platform's chopped. Little T, chopped, cooked. Oh my gosh, yo, shout outs to Little T. Appreciate you, young lady. Sorry for my cursing, Cybertaurus. Didn't mean to curse in front of the little ones. So yeah, man. I'm not, and listen, I'm only gonna give you guys my opinion. Does that mean you guys, shout outs to Cybertaurus, I appreciate you, fam. Does that mean you guys shouldn't buy a portable PC or that it's not good for you? No, it doesn't mean that. Is my opinion absolute? Absolutely not. If you think it's great, shout outs to, is it Stiv93 Stivell? If you think it's great, that's cool. That's you're not wrong. I'm just giving you guys my opinion on it and why the PC market is chopped, why it's cooked. It's chopped and it's cooked because of the stuff that I'm talking about. If you say this stuff on Twitter, they'll call you names, but the reality is that's how 99% of gamers think. Most gamers are going out and buying Switch 2 instead because they see how easy it is to operate. They see the exclusives. They see it's not a cluster bleep of nonsense that portable PCs are. Like, it's just not. And that's why portable PCs are getting cooked. That's why they're getting outsold. A lot of these guys will tell you that you don't need exclusives. You don't need these things. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Shout outs to Coke Slurpees with the 5 says, you don't like Steam Deck? I just got an OLED this month and I'm enjoying it. It's not as easy, but I like fiddling, emulation, and playing Steam. Yeah, it's great for that. If you like all that, it's great for that. But no, I don't like fiddling. We call it tinkering here. I'm not big on emulation. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my time playing old games that I've already played a lot. That doesn't do anything. I don't have the time to sit there and play old games all day. I already have NSO, so if I want to play an old game, I got an old game on there, and it also adds online play with those old games if I want to play online too. So there's also that. So if I want to go back and play old games, I got them. Now there's other systems. Obviously, there's not other systems to emulate and all that stuff. But I just don't have the time to be sitting there and playing emulation, and I don't have the time to be fiddling either or tinkering. And I don't care about Steam like that. Like, I have a Steam library, but I don't care about Steam library. And who knows if it even plays good on the Steam Deck. A lot of the games don't even play great on there. Like, a lot of my games aren't officially supported, and I have to do weird things to get them to run properly and all of that. Or I have to, if I'm playing on my Steam Deck, I gotta transfer it. If I transfer it back to my my PC to play on my PC, then the settings are all messed up. That happened to me with Persona 3 Reload. Maybe they fixed it, or maybe you figured that out. But there's just a lot of issues that I don't like. With the Switch 2, it's instant. I can play Persona 3 Reload on my Switch 2. I don't have it yet, but I'm just saying, like, demo or whatever. I can play it on my Switch 2, then I can instantly transfer it back and forth with my TV without having to worry about anything. Steam Deck is it's a nuisance to get set up for docked play. It doesn't work as good for me and my LG CX. I don't know why. Maybe if I got a different dock, but I got the dock that everybody told me was a good dock for Steam Deck. So yeah, it's not for me, but for you, if it works well, that's fine. I love Cloak Slurpees. I'm not here to tell you that it's not a good system for you. It's just not a good system for me. And if you're asking me why PC handhelds are getting destroyed, these are the reasons why it's getting destroyed. Like, most people don't want to tinker with systems. Most people don't want to. They want exclusives. And I think that's the reason why it's getting cooked, you know? So yeah. Aren't most gamers playing on PC? Most gamers would be playing on mobile if you're gonna include that. Stuff like Fortnite and Minecraft, that'd be mobile, not PC. I love my PS Portal, but I totally get where the hate are coming from and totally respect their take on it. Yeah, I listen, the PS Portal, it's like, it can work when it works well, it works great and it's awesome. But it, like, never always works great. Like, it's never always gonna work great like a native system. And I think that's the biggest issue that I have with PS Portal. I tried to use my PS Portal to play Assassin's Creed Shadows when I was away from my house, and it literally ran like a slideshow and with the worst graphics ever. I'm like, this is stupid. This is dumb. It's not even worth trying to use this thing. I'll just once again, Switch 2 wasn't out at that point though. But I was like, I don't think, I said I'm done. I said I'm done with this system. I'm done using it. So yeah, not gonna lie, when I got my ROG Ally X, I was hype. If you're tinkering kind of guy, the PC thing works, but consoles are more streamlined. PC gaming for sure isn't for everyone. Yeah, like, if you're down for tinkering and all that, then, like, yeah, it works well. But like I said, like, if you look at some of the actual reviews the people that did the good reviews for like ROG Ally X, like they're being honest. It's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous thing. And I remember because that was my setup when I did the ROG Ally. That's what I had to go through. I could not box. I swear I wiped it. I wiped that ROG Ally and I returned it to Best Buy. I couldn't return it fast enough. It's terrible. And I have some tinkering experience. Like I have PC game. Like I've done PC gaming. Like I know, like I have, and like it's a terrible experience. It's like one of the worst experiences that I've ever had with the gaming system was that. Yeah, I want stuff already optimized. Like I just want it to where it works good. Like, you know, my PS5 is that way. My PS5 Pro works great. My Switch 2 just works. I don't want to tinker with things. I don't want to change up a bunch of settings. I don't want to do all that. You know, I just want it to be the most optimized, best thing as fast as possible. Because once again, I don't have a ton of time to play games. But once again, I get it for other people though. Like there's a lot of good things about the PC market, but it's cooked right now, guys. Like the prices are going to be going up, it seems like. Asus is raising the price of their stuff that's going there. They're getting rid of options for consumers like we saw with Valve with Steam Deck. And I think they're getting cooked because they refuse to actually say sales numbers. You can't just sit there and say it's going okay, it's going good, just because like I said, people on your Twitter like it. You got to show me sales numbers. You can't just say it's going good. I think they're getting bodied. That's what I think is happening. Because they're not announcing any sales numbers. We don't see anything that shows that it's doing. There's no Amazon, you know, how many they've shipped it on Amazon. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. Nielsen hasn't come out and said nothing. MPD hasn't come out and said nothing. Or Circana hasn't come out and said nothing. There's been one thing early in the year where it said portable PCs like around, all of them combined like around 6 million. That's all we've gotten, 6 million? In the beginning of the year, that's trash. So I'm just being honest with what is happening. The portable PC market is getting cooked right now, in my opinion. Straw Hat with the 5 says, I like my Steam Deck, but I end up often having to buy games that I bought on Steam Deck again on other consoles because a lot of the games don't like to work. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You buy the system and then a lot of the stuff doesn't like to work. Don't say that though. If you say that in your review, you're gonna have weirdo banana people and you're gonna have weirdos rushing your video to tell you how wrong you are and how it works for them and how everything's just perfect. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to say that. You know, you're a liar. You're a liar if you say that, you know? But I've heard many people say the same exact thing. Yeah, this didn't work for me. I tried to get it to work on my Steam Deck or on this, and it didn't work. But you're not allowed to say that. You're a liar. You're a fraud. You're a fanboy. You're a shill. You're a this and that for simply saying, well, it didn't work for me. How dare you say the truth of something? You just spent, what, 400 to 550, and you're trying to sabotage your own purchase. You're trying to sabotage your own purchase. You don't want it to do well. You don't want things to work out. You want it to be bad. That's the reason why you're saying what you're saying, Mr. Straw Hat. You're saying that because you want it to fail and you want it to be bad and you never actually wanted it in the first place. You just bought it just because. That's the reason why. You're a fraud for saying that. You're a complete fraud. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, clear line according to PC Animal fanboys. We should all agree in games work outside Steam Deck. Yeah, man. Like, I mean, it is what it is. 1700 for a GPD win or 2K is a strong barrier for most people. It's a strong barrier for everyone. Nobody's buying that GPD win. The only people excited or buying that is Digital Foundry with their wow. Nobody's buying a freaking $2,000 handheld. That's insane. Like, gaming isn't, listen, gaming's not that great. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I have the money or not. If I wanted to get it, could I get it? Sure, whatever. I can sell some things. I can get it if I really wanted to get it. But I don't care. That's a principle thing. That is a principle. I don't care if I was rich and I had $1 bazillion. I still wouldn't buy a $2,000 port. No, absolutely not. or I'd buy the $2,000 portable and I'd meet the owner and I'd smack him across the face with it. How dare you sell a $2,000 handheld system? That is insane. I don't care what anybody says. Gaming ain't that great. Gaming, every game, if for me to buy a $2,000 portable handheld system, not a PC that does a bunch of other things and you can work off of it and stuff like that. Maybe you can with GPD Win, but you're not going to do that with that system or with that handheld. But as a portable system, absolutely not. That's just a principle thing. I don't care if I have the money or not. No. $2,000? $1,700? No, there ain't gaming isn't even that great to buy. There ain't nothing on PC that's good enough for me to drop $2,000 on a handheld. Nah, absolutely not. I think somehow people forget that Switch 2 is $450 with a dock, and you just need to pay extra for the dock for Steam Deck or ROG Ally. People do forget about that because they were trying to use that against it. Like, oh, well, the Steam Deck is $400. Yeah, it doesn't come with the dock or HDMI cables either. You know what I'm saying? Well, you can use any dock. Yeah, good luck. Sure, you get a dock, it might not work for you well. That's what happened to me. I bought a dock for my Steam Deck. That ish did not work well. I had to tinker with my TV, then tinker with my Steam Deck, to tinkering to get it work. I had to tinker with damn near everything. Turn into OJ the builder, Bob the Black Builder over here. I'm tinkering with everything instead of just it working like a Switch 1 or like a Switch 2. It didn't just work. And I know, I get it. I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I don't know what I'm doing. I know PC people know better. I know. But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't always just work instantly. Like I said, I don't have time for that, man. I'm a father. I got kids. I got a wife, husband. I got nieces and nephews. I got work. I got to edit. I got to stream. I don't have time to be sitting here tinkering. Like, whenever I get some game time, an hour or two, I want to spend little to no time tinkering. I need a minute. Anything more than a minute going to the options or setting up my controls, anything more than that, I'm already annoyed. So, yeah. Yeah, if it's like a laptop has a lot of other uses. But yeah, man. Hey OJ, I totally agree with your statement about some games not working on Steam Deck. Like last month, I bought a Madden 26 and I couldn't play it on my Steam Deck because it's not compatible. Yeah, Madden doesn't work on the Steam Deck. Yeah, it doesn't really work well. I mean, I think you might be able to tinker with it to get it to work, but no, it's still chopped on there. The frame rate and all that is bad. So yeah. Who spent $2K on a handheld? Some people that bought GPD Win. The higher end GPD Win. It's like 2,000 something. It's not even like 2,000 flat. It's like 2,300 something or whatever. 2,200. And if I'm not correct, that GPD Win, the battery is outside of the system. Am I correct on that one? Stivel 93. If I'm not correct, it's an external battery. Let me know if I'm wrong on that one. So let me know if I'm wrong. You're wrong that the lady from IGN will make an article about how GPD Win is the best. I want to talk to that lady. I mean, I wonder what happened. Where's the follow-up at? Maybe I should bring that article back up. I got to be the biggest troll. What happened? What happened to that article? It was the whole Switch 2. What's it called? Switch 2 has to worry about portable PCs. What happened? Switch 2 sold over 10 million. Probably at 15 to 16 million right now. What happened? I thought Switch 2 had to worry about portable PCs. You know, $550 Steam Decks and up, and $2,000 GPD Wins and $1,000 ROG Allies. Isn't that what Nintendo had to worry about according to IGN? That's what they told me. That's what they said. They said that. What happened? Shout out to Sonic Slim 4844 with the $2. Says PC Gamers Game of the Year system settings. Let's say I got my ROG Ally X dialed in, but this took me time to be honest. A Switch 2 is a quick one too. ROG Ally X is, I'll say this because I have seen people use it and stuff like that. And like I said, I did use it at Best Buy. Like, if you can lock in and you can get everything going and where you feel comfortable using it, it can be a great platform, and it's super powerful and it's pretty good. I will say that, like, it's definitely good. You know, it's like I said, it's powerful. It runs things really well. So like I said, if you can get the money, get the ROG Ally X, And like I said, if you can do it with the tinkering and get all that ready to go and not have to worry about that, then yeah, it's like it does work really well in that sense. But once again, it's $1,000 though. You know what I mean? Like a ROG Ally X is $1,000. So yeah, it's like a backpack, fam. Yeah, it's a backpack. Bruh, you gotta be kidding me. Yo, Sonic Slim, thank you for the $2 dono.
One of my
Cyber
buddies
Taurus
says, deck verified. Just means the game will boot up. After that, you're on your own tears of joy.
It's like, yo, it said deck. You said, what do your homies said? Said deck verified just means it will boot up. That's what deck verified. Deck verified just means it'll boot up. It don't mean nothing else. That means, okay, yeah, boots up. But yeah, after that, you're on your own, buddy. Figure it out. You got the internet. You got all sorts of resources for you to get things going. Yo, shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Thank you for the 50, bro. Or sorry, thank you for the another 10. You're getting closer to the 50. Appreciate that, man. What's up, Joaquin? What up? Wondering if you know Dispatch, Silk Song, and or Mo Memories and Orbit will receive Switch 2 physical cart. Yeah, Silk Song's gonna get a physical cart this year. Yes. I don't know about the Moi Memories. I don't know about that. But Dispatch will not get a physical cart right now. No physical cart for Dispatch. But Silk Song, yes. I know laptops aren't the same as PC handhelds, but in my laptops are also partially the reason why PC handhelds aren't doing well. Like, you can do more on laptops. That's true. That could be also part of it as well. Yeah, absolutely, Monado. Legion Go 2 has a great screen, VRR and OLED. Yeah, it's also, how much does the Legion Go 2? $1,500. Yeah, it ain't worth it to me for that. If it was an actual real handheld, like an actual coated to the metal, not just a PC handheld, like. And if like they actually made like exclusives and stuff like that, like I'd be way more excited to spend that money on it, but they don't. And once again, I understand why it's not, because you want that instant library, but I don't know, man. It's just not, it's not for me. But I'm telling, like I said, I'm explaining why the PC handheld market is rough right now. I'm explaining why, so yeah. So hopefully Switch 3 Nintendo focus on CPU and memory and making the system a little wider for a larger battery, and Switch 2 is great. I mean, Switch 3, we have no idea what shape or form that's going to take right now. And I mean, if you're talking about focusing on CPU and memory, you know, and making it wider, I mean, the system is already wide. It's already pretty wide. So I think it's really going to be more about battery tech evolving more so than, you know, making it wider for a certain battery. We need to get better battery tech. I think that's the biggest thing that needs to improve. I mean, by the time that Switch 3 comes out, I mean, obviously battery tech will be improved. But I mean, in terms of focusing on CPU and memory, I mean, yeah, I mean, they always do that. Like, the Switch 2 has a significantly better CPU and memory than Switch 1. So I'm pretty sure Switch 3, if they do that, or when they do that, it'll have significantly better memory and CPU than Switch 2. I mean, I think that's going to happen. But once again, the Switch 2 is already a pretty big device. I mean, I don't know how much bigger I want them to make the device. I don't want it looking like ROG Ally and looking these massive handhelds. Like, I don't think it needs to get to that. There always needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance between power, affordability, and like system features and all that. Like, there needs to be a balance. And the problem right now is that a lot of these handheld PCs, there's no balance. It's super expensive. They're pushing a lot of things, but they're like, and they're huge. They're massive, you know? So I'm just not sure if that's the right way to go about it. It's just worrying about that every single time, you know? Yeah, like, I don't know if it needs to even be thicker. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if I want it to be thicker. I don't know if I want it to be bigger than what it is. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if I want it to be bigger than what it is, you know? I don't think making the system a little bit bigger is all of a sudden going to make the battery a lot better. We need advancements in battery tech, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily making the system bigger so we can have a bigger battery. 7 years from now, there's going to be significantly better battery tech than there is right now. So it's more about advancing the battery tech more so than just saying make a bigger system so we can get better battery life. You know, it's not a one-to-one thing. You see what I'm saying? Let's see, but yeah, funny gaming phones are not doing well either. They're too expensive, and mid-range phones can do gaming just fine without breaking your bank. Yeah, I just got a new phone. I just personally got a new phone. I just got a simple, cheap. I just got a simple, cheap Google phone. I said I'm done. I had a really good OnePlus phone, McLaren. I bought that phone. It's a really good phone. The guy, when I was at, you know, at my when I was at the phone store, the guy was like, "Oh man, you got a really nice phone, but my phone's broke." But he's like, "You have a really nice phone." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, but I'm not really a phone person. He's like, you're not a phone person? With that phone, it's so good. I'm like, yeah, but I'm no longer a phone person. So I just bought a super cheap phone. So yeah. This is Battle of the Forest from, it's Callum Olstein, Battle of the Forest from Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. The GPU and the dock are upscaling, yeah. Better battery tech plus better chips help balance everything out. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like battery tech needs to evolve. Like that's what needs to get better is battery technology. There needs to be research put into that. But yes, more efficient chips and stuff like that. Also, Nintendo's gonna try to do their best research with that. I mean, the Switch 1 and Switch 2 are two of the most efficient systems of all time. Like the power draw compared to what's displayed blows away almost everything. Like when you look at it, like how much power does the system draw compared to the performance that you're getting? Excuse me, watt for watt, Switch 2 it's literally incredible. There's no other device like it. So Switch 1 and Switch 2. Shout outs to Chrono Reed with the $5 dono. And he says Sony and Valve are going to have headaches if they're going to are going for that higher end specs, especially Sony, since the rumors are they want PS5 games portable. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, that's for sure. It's gonna be a difficult thing. Combo breaks. Thank you for the $5 dono, Chrono. We are only 11 combos away from a double platinum. We're going even. Yo, shout outs, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's insane over there. They have the phone that lasts over 3 days on a single chart. Okay, he's talking to somebody else on that. Let's see. Google phones are good. Less Android bloat installed. Yeah, I'm enjoying the phone. I mean, I haven't really done anything with it because I still need to transfer over my other stuff. But it's a good size phone. It's thinner. It doesn't have any. The camera's not crazy or anything like that. It's not. Like I said, I just went and bought the cheapest Google phone. I'm downsizing, guys. Like I'm not even 2026, bro. I'm downsizing. I'm not really. I just buy cheap stuff. I buy cheap clothes. I buy cheap Reebok clothes from Walmart. I mean, the only thing that I'd say I splurge on, and I don't even really splurge, but like I'll look for some deals on Jordans on the Nike app. Sometimes they got them for like $80 or $90. I'll buy those, but I haven't bought a pair of Jordans in a hot minute. So I'm downsizing a little bit. But yeah, I still spread the love to the creators that I like. I still do my things that I know, my charity stuff that I do. But yeah, when it comes to certain things that I don't really need, then I don't really need to do it. I'm not really worried. But I still support the homies, you know, that stream and all that stuff. So yeah. Imagine a handheld with the kind of battery life, man, that would be insane. Oh, okay, you're talking to somebody else. Shout out to Superpower Man. What's up, Superpower Man? Welcome. Have you seen the rumors that Nintendo have improved Switch 2 screen responsiveness hardware level? New systems. Have I seen the rumors that Nintendo have improved Switch 2 screen responsiveness at hardware level? No, I haven't, Sonic Slim. What rumors? Where'd that come from? And where'd that happen? I have not seen anything like that. And do you mean that like Nintendo's an update? So have they already improved it? So it's on our systems now, or are they going to improve it? Is that what you're saying? Like, but I haven't seen that anywhere, and I usually see a lot of rumors. Looks like Monster Hunter Wilds will be 1080p for both docked and handheld on Switch 2. I did see some people try to put out that you know, the data miner stuff, but we should wait till the actual game is announced and like the tech breakdowns come out. So yeah. Spawn Wave. Yeah, I didn't watch the news wave recently. So yeah, do you know like what the source actually was for, like what was the actual source or like where it came from? Digital Foundry had a video on it. Can somebody...
What do you think the next GameCube NSO game is? Sunshine,
what?
Fire Emblem, and the Pokemon games are left.
I hope it's...
Pokemon ones be announced on Pokemon Day?
Yeah, that could be, but I hope it's Fire Emblem, but yeah, it could be that too, Justin. Yo, combo breaks. Appreciate that. Let's go. Digital Foundry had a video on it, but just looking at a demo unit. Yeah, I mean, I guess a demo unit would be the same as a retail unit. It just has like special demo unit like software build on it, right? So yeah, maybe they get that pushed out. Is it a brand new demo unit? Can they confirm that it's, or somebody, if somebody's a mod, find the video and then we'll watch it. We'll watch it. So if a mod can find that video for me, not Spawn Wave's video, find the Digital Foundry's video that talks about it from a technical perspective. Yo, Stivel, with the $10 JOJO boys. Let's go. This is the biggest thing, is that we're getting to the point of diminishing returns. Like, how much better can a game look from SNES to PS5? We moved mountains, but now we're pushing pebbles. I'm a 90s kid, by the way. Yeah, I can tell that you're a 90s kid. Yeah, and I've talked about that too before. You're 1000% right about that. You know, like, the more we advanced in graphics, the more it's like, okay, it's not as impressive, but that's just kind of how it is. You know, it's the same thing as like frame rate. Like, if you go from 10 frames to 20 frames, that's a difference. You go from, you know, 20 frames to 30 frames, wow, that's a big difference. You go from 30 frames to 60 frames, oh, that's a big difference. But if you go from 60 frames to 120 frames, that's not as big of a difference as going from 30 to 60. Even though it's, you know, it's doubling, it's more. But to me, the jump from 30 to 60 is far more noticeable. And like, okay, I can see that, than it is from 60 to 120. Or even 120 to 240, you know? So as you go up and get better and better, there is a certain level to where it doesn't feel as impressive anymore, you know? So shout outs to my man Stivell. Thank you for the $10 dono. Yo, we out here. Let's go. JOJO boys in the chat like always. And let's get that up on the board. We got to get a couple more of those JOJOs. You guys are out here tonight. And of course, you know what we have to do. We got to hit them with this. But then we also got to hit him with this as well. Boom. Hey, yo, appreciate that. Thank you. So, Stivell, thank you for the support, man. I heard from Spawnwave that there was ghosting and that some of the old Nintendo Switch 2 systems from launch, so the new models might have better screens resistance. So the new models just have better screens. Man, that would suck, because it's like, yo, I bought this system and this one has ghosting, but these new ones don't anymore. Maybe Nintendo fixed it, but that does seem like it might be a software thing, like a firmware update that you can fix, which I think Digital Foundry did say that, like, you can maybe fix that within a firmware. So maybe they're fixing it on both ends, or like that firmware installed or whatever. I don't know. Can somebody test it with the older one? When you look at 60, it's like you can never go back. It's so fluid. I mean, I can and I can't. It depends. To me, a lot of times games with 60, yes, that's awesome. And yes, it's hard to go back for certain stuff. Your eyes can adjust, but to me, the problem with 30 FPS is that a lot of times 30 FPS games have bad frame pacing too, or they have like input delay. You do 30 FPS, also in addition to bad like input delay or bad frame pacing, it makes a really bad, you know, experience. It doesn't make a great experience. There are some games that move and faster frame rates, but I feel like the frame pacing, or I feel like the gameplay doesn't feel great or as smooth as games that are even in 30, you know? So I think the classic example for me was Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Switch 1 compared to Elden Ring. Elden Ring runs at a higher frame rate than Kirby, but to me, Kirby felt a bit smoother to play at times. However, when you play Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Switch 2, instantly you can feel how much better it feels to play at that 60, but it's not like it's like the worst thing ever at the 30, you know? So I think it's from game to game, what game you're playing, input delay, frame pacing. There's a lot of things that factor into it. But yeah, 60 is nice, and it is hard to go back. I agree with that. Rebirth at 30 is the worst thing that I've ever experienced in my life. Rebirth at 30 is the worst 30. That is the significant, like, it is the most terrible 30 FPS that I've ever seen. It just, the whole game dookies on itself. When you see, like, the whole game just falls apart. I don't know why, or I don't know how. Same thing with Elden Ring, though. I turned Elden Ring to the 4K 30 mode, and it felt like the game was trying to send me to an early retirement or die. Like, it felt like the game just felt like it was trying to play like clown tricks on me. It was insanely bad. Those are the worst 30 FPSs I've ever felt in my life. Like, those, like, I played FF7 Remake Integrate on Switch 2, and obviously 30 is not as good as the 6 that you can play it on PS5 or Xbox Series, but it didn't feel like my eyes were about to fall off, you know? So yeah, there's just some games where the 30 just feels terrible. It feels absolutely terrible. Yeah, the performance mode in Rebirth is significantly better. I mean, it's softer on the visuals, but it plays so much better. However, if you have a PS5 Pro, you can look and play it in great visual performance in addition to great frame rate as well. it looks a lot better and it runs better. They optimized it, so that was the awesome thing. I might eventually go back to it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's because of the frame pacing. 3060, I don't care. I'm not gonna act like it wasn't doing that mostly last gen and 2 gens before that. I mean, you definitely want 60, but I don't think 30 is the be all end all. If everything's smooth, then 30 is not the be all end all. But once again, that's like a big if. A lot of times 30 FPS, man, you'll be feeling that. You'll be feeling that frame pacing, bad frame pacing at times or whatever. So yeah. Well, Rebirth on Switch 2 is going to be something. Yeah, if it's like it is on Switch 1, or not, sorry, Switch 1, Switch 2 with Remake, because some people thought that they wouldn't be able to do Final Fantasy VII Remake well. And that works well enough. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they get Rebirth done, for sure. Excuse me. Shoutouts to SK Massive, man. Soul Hackers 2 at 30 feels terrible for a turn-based RPG. I think I only played Soul Hackers 2 at 60 on the PS5, so they should target 45. I don't think they're gonna do 45 FPS. I don't think so. With Rebirth, I mean, maybe 40, but I don't know if they're gonna do 45. That just seems like a weird number. So maybe 40 FPS with Rebirth, but I'm not sure if they'll even be able to do that. Let's see here. We will see, though. Almost every new release game on Switch 2 should run at 60 FPS depending on the game. Most will, but the biggest games probably won't, because those games that are like, the games that are already pushing PS5, and those ones don't run maybe even like at perfect 60 on PS5. I doubt those games are going to be able to run at 60 FPS on Switch 2. However, all AA games, all low-end AAA games, and all Nintendo first-party games, all of those games will run at 60 FPS or target 60 FPS on Switch 2. Cyberpunk targets 40 in performance mode, but it does not stay at 40 a lot. It's all over the place. But it does target 40, not 45. It targets 40. Rebirth is open world. Remake isn't, so I don't think Integrate will be a good comparison to expectations for Switch 2 version of Rebirth. Yes and no. And yes, I get it. One open world, one not, things like that. Like, I completely get that. Obviously, Rebirth is a much bigger game and things like that. However, they definitely didn't recreate the game from the ground up. They reused assets and they used the same, obviously it's the same engine. They reused assets. It's not a completely new ground up game. So there is going to be some similarities in terms of things, I doubt Dustbloods is going to be 60 FPS. I think the trailer was running at 30. So yeah, I doubt that. But I mean, that's not really a first part. I mean, that's From Software making a game for Nintendo. But we'll see. They might have a 40 FPS mode. They might have a performance mode in the game. They could. 45 is kind of the halfway between 30 and 60. It's not slow, it's not fast. The biggest thing is the Switch 2 is that people are going to understand it. It just came out, it needs more time to bake. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, I think people don't care about 30 on Switch 2 as long as the game has good frame pacing and it runs good enough. Like, it's not laggy and all that. Like Star Wars Outlaws, people bought that and thought that was fine, even though that ran at 30 because it looked great and it didn't dip a lot, and they actually improved it, over time. So as long as it runs at a stable, no bad frame pacing, it'll be fine, So yeah. Let's see, personally, 30 FPS plus works for me. I'm much more bothered by pop-in and poor textures. Yeah, I can see that, Sonic Slim. Yeah, I can see that for sure. I can see why some people would be bothered with that. Make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know what big 2026 games you're looking forward to playing as well. Let me know about that too. That'd be great if you guys can let me know about the big 2026 games you guys are looking forward to. There's a lot of stuff that I'm looking forward to. So I'm looking forward to a lot of different things as well. And I think it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to see kind of like what's going on. If I can't find my I cannot find my actual music that I use here. For some reason, yeah, my music is not coming up. So let me see. Let me type it in. Strange sunset. Right, we get some strange sunset going. Imagine 199 gigabyte for Fire FF Rebirth on Switch 2. Yeah, it's not going to be that large of a game on Switch 2. It's not going to. I would say it's probably going to be like 80 to 90 gigabytes. Tales of Arise PS4 version runs at 60 on PS5, but has tons of pop-in. It does have a lot of pop-in. I mean, it's really a PS4 game. It's not really a PS5 game. I think there's even pop-in on like the PS5 version. I think I have the PS5 version of that game. I think there's even pop-in there. Hey, what's up, The Great Wild? Welcome to the stream. Is it possible that Ubisoft is testing Switch 2 for a game they have yet to announce? For example, Prince of Persia, Far Cry, or The Division? Testing Switch 2? I mean, it could be. I mean, those use different engines, though. Like, Assassin's Creed uses a different engine from the Snowdrop engine for, like, Star Wars Outlaws. So, I mean, I don't know what testing that does, because, like, every game is different. But I think that they released the games on there because it's sales, it's money. I think that's the... at the end of the day, I think it's like we can keep it simple. They're putting the games out there because they think they can sell. That's the reason why. Like, if they didn't think that they can sell, they probably wouldn't put it out there. So I don't know if it's about testing. I think it's more about making money. So yeah. At the end of the day. Let's see here. I didn't forget about Borderlands 4. I put Borderlands 4 in my video for upcoming games, big upcoming games. But I think once they actually talk about it, then people will remember Borderlands 4 again. Ubisoft will go all in for Switch 2. They're literally writing algorithms for Nintendo in general and not their own games. I mean, they did state that, yeah, that they want to make the DLSS better, like they're helping like for all games. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's important for them. And the reason why it's important is because the decline of Microsoft, the decline of Xbox brand. Right now, and if you're talking about outside of PC, outside of mobile, there's no stable brand outside of PlayStation and Nintendo. That's scary for them. Before in the past, it was like Ubisoft always supported Nintendo platforms, but they can just kind of put other things on there. They don't have to spend maximum effort. Although I'll give Ubisoft credit, they've tried to do their best job on Nintendo platforms, even when they're underpowered. You know, they put out like a Splinter Cell tactical game on the 3DS. They put out various different things at times. Like they tried. You know, with the Wii, you know, they put out Red Steel. You know, they put out other games. With the Wii U, they tried to be a big supporter, but the system just flopped. But they know that the Switch 2 is going to be a successful system. With the Switch 1, they put out multiple games on the Switch 1. They put out Assassin's Creed. They put out all sorts of stuff. So it's like, you know, they're going to support the system because they know that they can make money. They've made a lot of money. But now it's even more important because Xbox brand is not as strong as it used to be. Like the Xbox sales are the worst that we've seen ever for Microsoft. Like this is bad. I mean, it's not as bad as the original OG Xbox, but it's just as bad as, I mean, it's significantly worse than the Xbox One. And Microsoft was not happy with the Xbox One era when it comes to sales. So, and this is much worse than the Xbox One era. And they were not happy with that. But once again, this is about as bad as it can be for them. So Ubisoft, they're like, okay, well, we got to have another system. We need, you know, it's scary. It's kind of scary because I don't like having less systems be impactful. I don't think it's better for gamers when Microsoft is like, you know, not doing good. I don't think that makes things better for us. So yeah. Crazy how far Xbox sunk since the 360. Everyone used to have a 360. Yeah. 360 was pretty much the default third-party system until like maybe like the very end. But yeah, we saw that a lot, you know? Saw that a lot as well. So yeah. But Game Pass. Dude, Game Pass is a good deal. It's just I think the problem for me at least is I don't have time to really invest into Game Pass. Like I got Trails in the Sky First Chapter. Is Trails in the Sky First Chapter on Game Pass? No, it's not. I've spent 40 hours. All my free time that I have for gaming has been spent on Trails in the Sky. I don't have time for here's 5,000 games. You know, here's 5,000 games that you can play. Like, I don't have time. That's the problem. The problem is like adult. That's the problem. The problem is being a stupid adult. I legitimately hate being an adult. It sucks. Now, I love working and I love being here with you guys. I love this part of it, but all the other stuff with being an adult is garbage. Like, it legitimately is garbage. I can't go outside and play and climb on trees and stuff like that. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I got to plan it out. And if I do, I've got to tell, I got my wife and my kid. I can't do what I want to do really at all. And as a kid, you can't. But like, adulting just sucks at times. So I don't have time to sit there and play 5 billion games on a subscription service. You know, I just don't. So Game Pass is great in terms of value, but unless you're an Xbox only gamer, it doesn't have any value for me because I want to play my Switch 2 games. I wanted to play stuff, you know, that I played earlier in the year. I wanted to play, you know, the other games I played. PlayerEssence. I know that's on Game Pass, but I don't know, man. It just doesn't work for my lifestyle. But I get how it might work for other people. But subscription services, when it comes to big games, it doesn't work for me because I spend too much time. I'm still on Trails in the Sky because there was Kirby, because there was Pokemon, because there was Metroid Prime 4. There's all these other games that I wanted to beat first, you know? So yeah, so for me, subscription services just don't work. They don't work the way that I want them to work, or at least they don't work for me. I mean, like, there's a lot of cool stuff about being an adult. Obviously, you know, if you can get to a point to where you can afford your own games, that's cool. You can afford your own car, that's cool. You can afford your own house, that's cool. You know, you can make your own rules, that's cool. So it's like a yin and a yang. There's a lot of things that I like about being an adult, but there's a lot of things that like sucks, you know? And one of the things that sucks is I can't just sit here and play video games all day. Even though I freaking run a video game channel, I can't just sit here and play video games all day. And I know it sounds weird. A lot of people think that I can just sit here and play video games all day. I can't. I can't. I would love to. That would be great. But I can't. I can't just sit here and play games all day. I gotta edit. I gotta work. So yeah, and editing takes all day. Like one video can take up to 4, 5, 6 hours, you know? So yeah, it would be great if I could though. I'd be down, but I can't. Yeah, I spent 60 something hours plus in Hyrule Warriors, you know? There's a lot of games. I put 60 something plus hours into Pokemon. I put another 20 something hours into Metroid Prime. So yeah. Game Pass is a good deal if you have no games. If you already have a lot of games, I don't see the value. Yeah, like if Xbox is your main platform, excuse me, then it's a good deal. If Xbox or PC is your main platform, not even about, if Xbox is your main platform and like that's what you love their first party games, then it's a good deal because then you can just rent their games or you can just be subscribed to the service forever and you get a lot of value out of that. But if it's not, like if you like Nintendo or if you like, you know, cheap Steam PC games, if that's what you play, or if you play PlayStation, like Sony first party games or, you know, big third party games that aren't on Game Pass, then I don't think the value's just not there. It's just not there for how you're going to use it, you know? Game Pass, it gets better and better the more you use it. It's more worth it the more you use it. So I agree with you, Straw Hat. You know, I agree with you on that sense. Shout outs to my man, Straw Hat, though. Let's go. Combo breaks. I know we already did the limit breaker, but I think I'm going to do it again because we hit the 200 overclock. I think we're going to do it again. Shout out. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. My Trails in the Sky is still in the plastic. Haven't had time to play it on top of so many games coming out. That's what I'm saying. I know you said it's just been crazy with games. Got my own house, got my own game room, which I never had before, but I got adult to pay the bills. Yeah, it's like buying the house is great. Getting the game room is great. Paying the mortgage, maybe not so great. It's having a house is all fun until that mortgage bill comes in. One of these days, I'll be done with mortgage and I'll pay off the whole thing, but not now. One of these days, though. One of these days, I'll freaking move to like Africa, and I swear I'll just work out of Africa, man, and I'll just buy a house there. I can take like, I don't know, a couple thousand and just buy a big house there. That's what I'm gonna do one of these days, but not now. But one of these days I totally will. I will straight up just move. Not now though. When I get older, I think I'll just move. I'll just leave. I will just freaking leave. Yeah, I will. I'll just up and just freaking move to Africa. Move to Nigeria. Move to a part of Nigeria. Get a big old compound. Get a big old security gate. Pay people to stay at the door, and just be like, this is where I'm at, man. I'm not dealing with this anymore. I swear, man. I was thinking about it though, bro. I was thinking about it, but I can't. I need my son to have a good structure. I need him to have a good structure for him to play football and stuff like that. You can't get that in Nigeria. For him to play American football. So I need that structure of the schooling system and all that we have here. But when he's done, when he's older and he can take care of himself, I'll think about it. Let's see here. I am now learning the wonders of getting a mortgage. Yeah, I know. Seriously, it's great when you sign on the dotted line, but man, all the other stuff's kind of lame. The FPS upgrade is making me spending money without thinking, because for me it's a game changer. Damn, I wish I could update the Rabbids game to get back at them again. Yeah, that'd be nice, Mr. 9K. I don't like in Game Pass games could just drop off if it's a third-party game. Forces the time limit on the time you're getting for a game to be played. Yeah, that's another problem, is that games go off of the service, so you feel like you have to rush to play the game because it might leave in however many number of months, you know. Elias, did you see the rumors about Witcher 3 big new expansion? If it's true, I don't rule out Switch 2 upgrade for that game. Yeah, I did see the rumors about that. We'll see if that actually happens. But I mean, Witcher 3 is 11 years old now. I mean, they're still going with Witcher 3. It's like Mario Kart 8. Game Pass is great if you are new to gaming, novice, general public. I mean, it's like yes and no. Like, what do you mean by new to gaming? Like, if you're, I mean, I guess like to try out different stuff. Sure, yeah, that's true. There's definitely that option. Yeah. I'm aware of who's doubtful and who's not for the game.
So the best part about being adult is when you finally get time to play, you start to doze off and then you fall asleep.
Oh my gosh, that's happened to me. That's happened to me so many times where I get time to play. Like I'm playing Trails in the Sky after I'm done with my stream and I'm done with editing, and then I'm tired and I fall asleep. But yes, shout outs to Justin. Thank you for the 3 sellout. Yes, I know that Trent Williams is. I'm well aware that Trent Williams is doubtful. Ricky Purcell's also doubtful. So there's a number of guys that might not be able to play. I mean, they won without Trent, but definitely you want Trent in there. But if he's not good, then Austin Pleasance has to go. I know that the Seahawks are also missing their starting left tackle. They're also, I think they're missing like one of their, like a linebacker. I think Kobe Bryant. Shout outs to the other Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. But their Kobe Bryant, I don't think he's playing, and like another guy's not playing. So there's gonna be some pretty big losses on both sides right now, from what I understand. Shout outs to my man Sellout, man. I hope they win the game. I hope they win. But if they don't, that's fine. You know, they're still in the playoffs, so we'll see what happens, you know? Yeah, at least Kittle's playing. We'll see how he feels. Tonjes is a great backup, though. So I like Tonjes, man. He's pretty good. He gets open. Tonjes is not bad. Oh, my man got the whole Africa plan mapped out, bro. I'm telling you. You got to start just in case, you know? Just in case. I love being a homeowner, but man, it sucks. I have to do things like replace my water heater and get a new furnace. I did a whole remodel in my house, bro. This whole row of rooms got remodeled. I had to remodel everything. This whole row remodeled. This room was so tiny, I had to make it bigger. You know, this room was like a little box, so I had to make this room bigger. I had to remodel all the closets. I had to remodel the hallway. There was this big ugly little shelf thing there. We had to put it flat. I moved the kitchen. I had to remodel the kitchen because it was in a weird spot that was sharing a water line with the outside thing that made it to where it rusted all the pipes and ants were just flowing in. I had to, oh my gosh, I still got to do the backyard. I had to paint everything, paint the outside, paint the inside. I also had to take, the fireplace was ugly. And it was like cutting into the living room because it just looked weird. I had to demolish that to put like a fake granite. We didn't put real granite, hell no. We had to put like a little fake granite thing to make it look nice. My wife had to buy a new thing for the back lock because the back lock thing was busted a little bit. Like, I know how you feel. Like, and this is over the course of time. I didn't do everything all at once. This is just over the course of time. Well, the remodeling stuff I did, but other little things we had to change. But like, I didn't have an option the time that I bought the house because the interest rates were just going up, and I needed to get into something because I just couldn't be staying at my mom's forever, so I just needed to get into something. Hey, what's up, Suzumiya? Hello, the algorithm blessed me. Hey, shout outs, let's go. You're here. Dude, the amount of times I started playing a game and start nodding off when it happens to me more than I like to admit. Dude, it happens to me at least once or twice a week. I'll start playing a game, to Justin's point, and to your point, Party Man. I'll start playing a game and I'll just start nodding off because I'm just so tired. Like I said, because I'm talking here all day. I'm editing. Like I said, I edited that video that you guys got today. That video took me like 5 hours to edit, 4 to 5 hours to edit. Like between research, looking up, everything. Tag nail thumbs, 4 to 5 hours, and then stream. That's 8 hours right there. That's your 8-hour day. But then there's also other things too, thumbnails and other things like prepping, getting stuff ready, thinking of ideas, scripting, talking topics, like all sorts of stuff. So by the time that I'm done, it's like a 10-12 hour day. I'm tired and like playing with my son, doing other things. It's just, you just get tired. You don't have any energy to play games. But I did play a lot of Trails in the Sky this past weekend. I played a ton of it. I played so much. Like, remember I told you guys, like, I was like at 25 hours or 30 hours. I'm like at 43, 44 hours now. So I was able to put about a good, I think in the last week or so since I finished Prime 4, I've been able to put about a good almost, 15 hours plus into it. So definitely good. 6-7. Broccoli Rob with the tune in tier pledge. Welcome back. Hey, yo, we are, what is that? 39 combos away from a 2 times platinum and a half. Yo, if you guys want to become a member, I'd appreciate that too. Shout outs, ! member. Just type that in all lowercase. That tune in tier that Rob just did is $1. So if you want to support your boy, plus also get the emotes and badges, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. HOAs keep me away from ever wanting a house. I mean, like, not every area has a HOA. My area's got a HOA, but it's a cheap HOA. I think my HOA is cheap. It's like, it's not that expensive. It's like $50 or something like that. It's still something, but it's not that bad. But yeah, not every place has a HOA. I know like my sister and my mom's place, they don't have HOAs, but like I got a HOA. But yeah, some HOAs are crazy. Like some HOAs, they're like $300 to $500 per month. And it's like, yeah, for what? So yeah. But yeah, HOA is not in every community. Like my last house, there was no HOA, so most of the houses that I was looking at didn't have HOAs either. So yeah. I lose energy with the holidays, bro. I said I'm done. That's why I wasn't on the Spawncast. You guys want to know why I wasn't on the Spawncast all month? Was because every Saturday there was some type of event. I had my cousin and my uncle over. I was taking care of them, going there, taking them out to lunch, make sure that they're good, make sure that my cousin had games to play. I was doing this, my uncle had a birthday and my mom, so we had a big birthday thing, a celebration. My wife was running around doing that. I had to take care of my son more. We had other birthday parties that we were doing. My brother's birthday as well. Like there was like, my kid and like my nephew, my niece, they had birthdays. Like it was birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, like it was back to back to back to back to back to back, like every single Saturday for like the last like 2 to 3 months. I'm done. That's what I told my mom. I said, Mom, I'm like done till like forever. Like don't call me for like, you can call me like if you need something, but I'm not going to any birthdays. I'm not going to any parties. I'm not doing anything till like give me 2 to 3 months off. I just need a break. I told my wife this. I said I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. Cause like it was just every weekend, bro, from like November on, like all of November, all of December, every single weekend, events, this, that, even during the week, events, things. It was too much, way too much, man. Yeah, pretty much like October all the way to December, man. Just birthdays and just, I said I'm done, dude. I said I'm done. 500 this year for HOAs. Yeah, that's how much about you pay for that I pay too for HOA. How are you liking Trails in the Sky? So far, I love Trails in the Sky first chapter. Absolutely love it. It's fantastic. It's very good. The only thing that I don't like is that there's way like this. Like I just wish that like the NPCs actually said something useful. Like a lot of times you'll know when an NPC has something useful to say. Like there'll be like a little blue check mark, or like a little blue exclamation mark. But sometimes there's not, and then sometimes there's just too much talking. Like there's just a lot of yapping, like a lot of just yapping, and it just seems like it goes nowhere or doesn't mean anything. So yeah, that's the only thing that I don't like about Trails in the Sky, is that there's just seems to be a ton of yapping for no reason. At times. Now, a lot of the dialogue's very good. It's funny and it's good. The writing's great, but a lot of the stuff just seems pointless. Like the NPCs, they'll have speech bubbles and they don't have anything of use to say. I wish that there was more of a reward for talking to all the NPCs. I talk to all of them and a lot of them don't have a damn thing to say, you know? So outside of, I'm over here by the sea. Like, it's so, for me, I just wish that there was a little bit less yapping and more rewards for talking to them. Now, some NPCs do give you good things and do great things, but it's few and far in between. So yeah. I'm also in the mortgage camp with the wife and 2 kids. Holidays hit and I feel run down. My account run down. I'm run down. Man, my account's so run down, bro. I walked in there. I said, yo, give me the cheapest phone you got. Bro, I walked in with the 10 cameras like, can you spare any change? I'm run down. My account run down. Bro, I'm good. I'm cooked. I'm chopped. I'm done. I need time to recover. I'm chopped, bro. I am chopped, bro. I need a little bit of time. Really, I'm more mentally, more so than anything, though. But yeah, I just said, yo, give me the cheapest phone you got. I never really bought a cheap phone. Like, I mean, I did before in the past, but in most of like my adult life, I never said, yo, give me the cheapest phone. Before I had a Samsung Galaxy, you know, that was an expensive phone. I had a OnePlus, that was an expensive phone. I walked in and said, yo, guys, give me the cheapest Google phone you got. He's like, do you want to do payments on it? I was like, I thought about doing payments on a $200 phone. I really sat there and thought about it for a second, Yo, shoutouts to Switch After Dark with the text says Happy New Year. Yo, my boy, flipping the switch. How you doing, fam? I haven't been seeing you lately. Yo, it's good to see you. We gotta have a talk, fam. We gotta have a talk. We gotta have a talk soon, man. Thank you for the 10. Yo, we out here. JoJo boys. Let's go. Shoutouts, fam. Appreciate you. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, man, bro. I thought about it for a second. I was like, nah, let me just pay for it. But still, I thought about it. I thought about it. Well, they can just, like, what they can do is, like, when you go in there, you can just put it on your, like, your account. So it's like, oh, you can just pay it off as you go on your account. So they just add, like, they would have just added $12 to my bill every single month, you know, for my phone bill. So it wouldn't have been that bad, like, for, like, 8 months or 12 months or whatever. But I was, or 24 months or whatever they wanted to do. I forgot what it was. But I was like, maybe. Oh, man. Let's see here. My smartphone plays Persona 5X and Genshin. I'm good. I'd get rid of the smartphone. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't ever waste my time playing those on a smartphone. But yeah, I feel you though, brother. Not a good look, fam. The guy was totally cool though. It was like this Andrew Schultz looking white dude. Like, so yeah, he was totally cool. He had this really cool tattoo on his arm, taller guy. He was cool. He was cool. I didn't get his name, but yeah, he was dope. He was very nice and he understood. But I mean, you got to realize that they go in there, they deal with people that like they don't even get approved for financing. Like I saw it. Like I was next to a lady. They didn't even approve her for financing. So you got to think about who they deal with at times. And I'm in the good side of town, so it's not like I'm going to it's like a ran down, you know, shop or anything like that. But like there's a lot of people that are not approved for financing. Like they don't trust them to even pay off something. So you also got to keep that in mind. So at least I'm in that point in my life where I don't get denied financing for a phone. I don't got to worry about that. So yeah. Let's see. They've been running me ragged for holidays. I'm finally catching a break. Oh, okay, I got you, fam. Let's go. Yo, you guys give some love. The flipping the switch. Big JoJo's for flipping the switch. He's the homie, man. Hopefully you have a great 2026, man. I hope you have a great 2026 of great content and awesome things, family. and all that. I don't know if you got kids or nothing like that, but I hope you and your family, and if you got kids, I don't think you do because you didn't say nothing about kids, but if you do, I hope they're good. I know you said that you got like a wife or a girlfriend, right? So I hope she's good. I hope your whole family's good. I hope everything's going great with you, man. I really do. I really do. Shout outs. They just pay your phone in full. Yeah, I mean, I ended up paying my phone in full. Like, I ended up paying it in full, but like, it wasn't expensive. It was a cheap Google phone. So it was a cheap Google phone. So it ain't anything super crazy, you know. So yeah, I like it though. It's nice. I bought a Amazon, or I went on Amazon. He's like, you want any cases of screen protectors? I'm like, hell no, y'all be overcharging. So I just went on Amazon and bought a cheap one on Amazon. Overnight it for $10. It comes like with the screen protector in the case. So yeah, I'm good. That's all I needed. That's all I need, because I haven't had a phone for like almost 2 weeks now. It's been like nearly 2 weeks I haven't had a phone since before Christmas. Yeah, before Christmas. So it's been a little bit. Let's see. I've been a Samsung Galaxy person since 2011. I'll never change. I like Galaxy. Galaxy's good, man. I used to have one. I had a Galaxy S5 back in the day. This is my old one. I just need to pull some stuff off of it. But yeah, I had a Galaxy S5. It's good. A lot of bloatware though on Galaxies. The Google phones, in my opinion, less bloatware. I think I'm gonna like this one more. So yeah. Let's see. It's amazing how good cheap phone, dude. It's crazy how good, dude. I was going through this phone. It does everything my expensive phone does. So I'm happy with it. I think it's okay. Like the camera's okay. The video's okay. The multitasking's okay. Like everything's fine with it. So yeah, I'm okay. I'm good with it. You know, one of the things that I realize as the older you get, man, the more you realize, bro. I'm telling you, bro, what's important. I swear I've been getting all kind of sentimental about this stuff, like with what I'm doing here with the business, what I'm doing here with my channel, what I'm doing with like a lots of different things. Like I'm super excited, bro. I think I'm super excited to deliver and share memories and moments with you guys. Like no cap, I'm not trying to be corny or nothing. Like I'm so excited for 2026 to work and to have directs, to have hype, to have just like lit stuff happen and then turn that into content. I feel like that's kind of like, it's just like I just feel connected with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm so excited for that, man.
I love the time after holidays because it's so calm afterwards.
Exactly, man. I've been having some nice peace, bro. I've been having some nice peace lately. It's been a lot better for me. You know, and it didn't help that I was sick as hell. Apparently I got the super flu. For those that missed it, I got the super flu. So that's what I had, or that's what I still have. I still have a little bit of mucus and cough, but I'm getting over it. But apparently I had the super flu, you know? But yeah, it's good. So yeah. Hey, nice. Google Pixel phones or the iPhones of Android, nice and simple. I have a Pixel phone too, OJ. Mine is 10 Pro XL. Oh yeah. The guy that helped me, he said that he had the same phone. He said it was nice. I got the cheapest Pixel phone. I got the 9A or whatever. I got the cheapest one. Plus I had a little rebate discount thing, so it only cost me like $200 or so, plus tax and all that, plus a couple other fees. But yeah, it was cheap. I didn't need anything crazy. I'm like I'm out of the high market phone business. I had two really good ones back to back between my Galaxy and my OnePlus, and I'm out. But yeah, it's, you know, those phones are great too. Switch After Dark with the $5 says, y'all heard it here first. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book will be a Forgotten Land moment. It's going to be awesome. I just have a feeling. I hope so. It looks really good. I hope so. I think it looks really good. I'm looking forward to that game quite a bit. So I hope it really is that great. Although Forgotten Land, that's a 3D game. This is 2D. But yeah, we'll see for sure. We will see. I'm looking forward to just, like I said, sharing the hype of the games is probably what I'm just so excited about, man. Is just sharing kind of the hype with the games and all that type of stuff. I think that's going to be so much fun, you know, overall. Yeah, sick right now. It's going around nationwide, man. It's going around nationwide. But mine was bad though, dude. Mine was like, I felt like I was gonna die at times. Yo, what's up, Pomone? Welcome, brother. I felt like I was getting like like I would cough and I would get crazy headaches. My nose was backed up. My throat felt. Completely lost my voice. I was talking like this. 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 There was like different. I was like talking like Solid Snake, Brittany Griner, all these different people that are not me. Man, I had no color in my voice. I had no tone, no pitch, I had no control. You know, it was terrible. Like, it was like the worst cold or flu, worst anything that I've ever gotten in a hot minute, man. So, yeah. My daughter had that super flu like 3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, she's still feeling the effects of it, or how is it? Because like I was still like I'm good now, but like even still this morning I was kind of still like coughing up a little bit of mucus and stuff, you know. So it's gone, but it's still like my blood cells, bro. My white blood cells were like, don't you ever do that again. They put them through. I put them through some paces, through some work, man. Hopefully I built some immunity and resistance.
I have had the 9A since it released. It does all my expense phones did. Yeah,
exactly. That's what I realized when I was in the phone, like kind of like in the phone. When I was in the store, just kind of messing with them. I'm like, I'm okay with this cheap one. It's fine, you know. I'm okay with this cheap one. My wife likes it too. She wants to get one now, so I think I'm gonna go get her one too. She might be done with iPhones. She literally might be done with iPhones. So I'm excited about that. I hope I get her off of iPhones. So yeah, that'd be great, man. That would be so great if I can get her off of that. Shout outs to Yoshi with the $5 dono too, and he says you're not allowed to die before Final Fantasy 4 Remake comes out, OJ. That's true. I think that is also agreed. I can't do that before that comes out. I mean, if it happens, then it happens. But I'm gonna try to stay alive. People need me. My family. I think, you know, you guys are awesome. I'd be very sad if I wasn't able here to give you guys great information and news and streams. Because I think, like I said, while I don't have the biggest stream, and I don't think I'm the best streamer, I think I create enough value for you guys to show up and spend your, you know, the time that you'll never get back here. So I appreciate that. But there's just something special about it, man. I don't know. It's just, there's just something special and something great when it comes down to it, you know, when it comes down to it overall. Meanwhile, you just switch to iPhone. Hey, shout outs to you. Have fun. Congratulations. I'll pass. Their iCloud nonsense and all the stuff that they do, be scamming people. How your phone just stops being good after a couple years. Nah, I'm good, bro. I'll pass. But hey, you know what? For all the iPhone peeps out there, have fun, have at it. I ain't here to police your phone decisions, but I'm good. This looks like an iPhone. If I told you this was an iPhone, you would think it's a you would think it's an iPhone. If I told you it was an iPhone, you know what I'm saying? You might think it was an iPhone. So yeah, it's all good. Also, we got to stay around long enough for that Genealogy of the Holy War remake. They better eventually do that one for us. They better flipping the switch or switch after dark. They better wait till you see how much Xiaomi and their sub-brand Pico phones cost. Your jaw might drop and hit the floor. Well, just tell me how much it is. Cyborg, what's up, Cyborg? Just jumped in. Your thoughts on the Crimson Desert game? It looks kind of cool. Not sure if it's my style, but it looks dope from what I've seen. Yeah. I hate to see kids sick. I donate my old systems and games to a local hospital. Don't throw your old systems. They can make somebody very happy. That's very nice of you, considering old systems and games can be worth a lot. So that's nice of you, man. Word, Google phones are legit. They don't they got great cameras too. Yeah, they're legit. They're legit good, and they're cheap. They're affordable. They're very affordable. So yeah, I'm good with my phone. You know, I think I'll be good. Maybe I'll go get a different one later. Maybe I'll go get a better one in a few years or something. Oh yeah, your clip. All right, let's do that right now, party man. I actually forgot about it, my boy. I forgot about it. Give me just a second. You didn't put that on your... Why don't you put that on your YouTube channel, party man? Why don't you put... You should put that on your YouTube channel. This JV4 stock on Sephiroth was insane. There's the title right there, dude. This JV4 stock on Sephiroth was insane. That's the title right there. That could be a 100K video. Right there. 100K video right there, dude. Well, if you don't do it, I'll do it. I'll take it. No, I'm joking. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to you. All right. JV4 stock. Coming in from Party Man. There's no audio? Okay, you just recorded it off of there. It's not direct feed capture. Okay. That's not direct feed. When I moved, I don't have stuff set up. Oh, okay, got you. You don't have stuff set up. Okay. All right, I feel you. Party Man is Palutena. And once again, Party Man copying me because I was a Palutena main. Party Man it's so shameless how Party Man steals my characters. Or wait, is that Chupa that steals my characters? Yeah, no, Party Man does too because I was a Princess Peach main as well. And Party Man stole that from me. So of course he steals Palutena because I was a Palutena main as well. So yeah, that's just, you know, Party Man, once again, the character thief. But this Sephiroth is getting obliterated because I think he's down to like one stock, right? I think he's down to his last stock and done. JV4 stock not hit a single time. Goodness gracious. Before you even know it, absolutely obliterated. JV4 stock. For those who don't know, Party Man has 3 stocks left. A 3 stock is when you have 3 of your stocks left compared to it. But we're saying JV4 because the game doesn't give you 4 stocks. But if it's like if you had 4 stocks, but it's just the junior varsity, not quite the varsity level, but the junior varsity level. Yeah, Party Man cooked this dude. Yeah, more like Copy Man. He's a Mega Man freaking robot leader. Copy Man instead of Party Man. Copying all my freaking characters that I use. Costs like $799. X7 Pro costs less than $300. $799 is not, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not that bad. I mean, I've spent more on phones on my OnePlus. Hey, what's up, World Renowned? Man, it saddens me so much whenever I see DCG in my recommendeds, and he just devolved into a misinformation rage baiting machine, and he tanked his integrity for just a small handful of views. Well, that views is money. But listen, Dreamcast guy's my homie. But here's what I'll say, man. Like, if you don't like people in your recommended, I'm not saying do this to Dreamcast guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I do think that he has some good videos. But honestly, like, if you're seeing grifters in your recommended guys, here's what I would say to do. Like, if you're seeing grifters, I'm not saying Dreamcast guy's a grifter either. I'm just saying if you see people that you don't like, how about that? Yeah, if you see people that you don't like, I highly recommend doing this. Go to your YouTube. Go to your YouTube like this. Go to your YouTube page. Click on the 3 little dots right here. And then click on Don't Recommend Channel. And if you do that, you'll never get anybody in your recommended. You'll never get them in your recommended or your feeds ever again if you do that. So that's what I would recommend doing. Shoutouts to Switch After Dark with the $5 dono. Appreciate that. Says, okay, new idea. Idea. New Mega Man has a robot master design contest to get a robot master in the game. Let's get Party Man in there as a robot master. Here's the crazy thing. I think that they're actually doing that for the new Mega Man game. I think that there is a, like the old school robot master contest, right? They used to do that back in the day, which I think you know that. I think they're actually doing a robot master design for Mega Man Dual Override or Dual whatever it's called. I think they're actually doing that, Switch After Dark. So that'd be cool. Oh, so Switch After Dark, please link your channel. We do got a lot of viewers here, so please, you guys go sub to Switch After Dark. He does great reviews of Switch 1 and Switch 2 games. So please go subscribe to that dude. He's the homie. Go subscribe to him. Go and link your channel, please, Switch After Dark, if you can. Please link your channel. Oof, that's the nuclear option. Yeah, I'm not saying do that to him. I'm just saying if you don't like somebody, like if you don't like grifting, that's why my feed is not full of grifters. I just get, sometimes I get politics stuff. Sometimes I get a lot of sports stuff. I get music stuff. I get like, you know, people making fun of DSP sometimes. I get some FGC fighting game stuff. I got a Mr. Miyagi video right here. It says Miyagi shows why he's the master. Karate Kid Part 3. I mean, like, I get a lot of weird stuff. So yeah. I get a lot of Xenoblade stuff. Final Fantasy stuff. So it's pretty cool. I used to get a lot of grifter videos, a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 is failing videos, a lot of Miyamoto destroying Pokemon boxes with laser eyes, and just stupid clickbait fraud content creators looking to make a buck. You know what I'm saying? Like looking to grift off the Switch 2 hate. You know, just a lot of nonsense. I got rid of all that. I don't get none of that no more. So yeah. OJ, that's all the good stuff. Yes, sir. Yeah, Switch After Dark is a great channel. He's critical. He doesn't just glaze all the time when it comes to Nintendo. He'll do what it's supposed to do. It's legitimate criticism when there needs to be, and when there's something good, there's something good. When there's something not, there's something not. When it's his opinion, and he says it. Here's how I come to this. So it's not just crazy grift, you know? I need that money. I really, really do. OJ, is there any way to undo it if you did it to a channel by accident? Yeah. What you can do, if you did it by a channel by accident, all you got to do is go back to that same channel and simply just watch the video. Watch the video or subscribe. Watch the video or subscribe, and the algorithm will pick it right back up. That's all you got to do. Yeah, a bunch of evil Mario, you know, stupid grift videos. Like, I'm not watching all this slop. This is all a lot of AI slop, AI thumbnail slop, and just, I'm not watching none of this garbage, you know? It's a waste of time. Criticism should always be levied to make them better, not to tear down. Yeah. Xenoblade is key. Xenoblade is awesome. I love me some Xenoblade. I used to block button to encourage others to use it as an act of self-defense. Hit them with the block. Chubby Pikachu is back. I said that in my video today. I hope Chubby Pikachu means something good for us this year. AI is honestly one of the worst things to happen in a long time. Like, we'll never be able to come back from this. Yeah. In some respects, there's some good things with AI, but a lot of respects, there's a lot of bad things with AI too. So, yeah, I feel you on that one, man. Didn't you also play Inkling? Remember that? Your Inkling guide you made? I did. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, Party Man. I did make that. Look, it got 1,000 views, okay? It got 1,000 views. Oh my gosh. It got 1,000 views, Party Man. How many views did it get? 1.1K. I made $7 and I got 2 new subs. So yeah, man. Oh goodness gracious! Shout outs to the Inkling guys. Oh man, I think that right there just killed all my aspirations for creating Smash Ultimate content. That might have single-handedly killed. That was in December, mid-December. That might have killed all my aspirations for ever making Smash content, like consistent Smash content. Remember, I was going to be like a full-time Smash content creator, but I thought that the community was going to evolve. I thought that it was going to get bigger and better. I thought I was going to like go to tournaments and interview and do other things, which I was setting up. I was cool with literally, I was getting cool, or I was like in the community with a lot of the, with not a lot, but with some of the top players, you know, at the time before they did crazy stuff like Nairo, the commentators D1, the Buzz. I had met them, interviewed them. I'd been, you know, Nakat, Void. Like, I was starting to do content and create, and I had plans for a lot of stuff with a lot of the creators in Smash Brothers. So I was gonna turn it into more of like a career, like I was still gonna do my Nintendo stuff, like news and all that, but I was also gonna do like that as like on the side, you know. And like the Smash community just fell apart, just like completely imploded on itself, like just completely just imploded, destroyed itself. So I was like, yeah, I can't do this. This is probably the coolest cup to have on stream because it literally is like an invisible cup now. I like it. I like it a lot. Let's see. OJ, why does Beat 'em Ups hold the microphone while standing? Does he think it's a video essayist? I think it's a certain style of video. Like, I think that based on your setup, right? I think that that's probably a smart thing to do, because if you have a setup where you have your mic and your camera can only be a certain distance. So depending on how much like you want to do in like your camera or your setup, it might be better to hold a mic. A wired mic or a mic is gonna get you pretty good quality overall. It's gonna get you a prop to hold. Sometimes it might make you think a little bit better when you're holding a mic compared to not holding the mic. And I think that once again, I think it gives him freedom to kind of record the distance that he wants. Because if you have like like you're gonna have to record like what? Like you're gonna have to use like one of those little things that some people use, hold, or one that's on here. The clip ones suck. I hate those. I used to do that. I hate it. If you use a Rode mic, one that has like the little thing that goes above you, you have to be careful, like, if it shows there or not, and like how it records and how the setup is. So I think using a mic with like a microphone like that in that type of way to record your audio, I think it can work well for the type of video that you want to do. So I've seen some creators do videos like that. There's another creator that does Nintendo content that does stuff like that, like with the green screen, right? So I think it works. Me, I'm ghetto. I don't do any of that. I still use my mic from 2018 because I bought a new fancy Shure mic and I sounded too good. My voice sounded like I sounded like a radio announcer or something like that, or I sounded like a sportscaster. So I was like, whoa, why do I sound so good? It sounds too good. I like to be a little bit down to earth, a little bit grimy. You know what I'm saying? Trenches type stuff. I don't like to have the highest quality of anything because it just doesn't feel it's not me. Like when I was putting together my room, I was buying all this cool and fancy stuff, and then it ended up just not being me. So I ended up just doing like my display. Like, I'm gonna have my room ready, guys. It's coming. I just gotta put up a couple other things, but it ended up just not being me. So I took back a lot of that fancy stuff, or I kept a lot of it, so I might still use it for other things. But yeah, it's just everybody has, basically what I'm trying to say is that everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own thing, and I think it works for beat 'em ups. I think it works for him and the type of videos that he wants to do. So yeah. The Inkling video has comments from appreciative fans, so worth making in my opinion. Thank you, I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, there were a number of people that were nice about the Inkling video. Party Man makes fun of me, but yeah, but there were a number of nice comments. Smash before 2020 was way better. Vibe, it'll never be the same after 2020. Yeah, that's what ruined it, was 2020. But you saw the signs in 2019, though. There were a lot of signs in 2019. I ordered Trails in the Sky first chapter from Best Buy Switch 2. I heard it was a hardest between PS5 version. Looks very good. Well, but I wanted portable. Trails in the Sky is so much better portable. Having the option to play it portable, it really is. But I mean, it works great on PS5 too. So yeah. LOL, I know the feeling. I just recently learned what editing even is. Yeah, and you learned how much time it takes too. Editing it's a beast. It takes up all your free time. It takes up all your time. It's a good chunk of your day is editing. Shout outs to my man flipping the switch. So yeah. Is Party Man a Loki a hate watcher? Yo, we have combo breaker 247. We are 3 combos away from the 2.5 platinum. Yo, we out here tonight, guys, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh my gosh, it takes so long. It does. Editing is my favorite. Shooting is really easy. I think my favorite is streaming. Like, if you want to know what hey guys, you know what I like to do a lot? I like to stream. Like, duh. Imagine if I didn't like the stream. Pooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, just Just end it now, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, I like streaming, obviously. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, editing's okay, but I don't love it, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's see. Is Party Man the player haters ball? Yeah, Party Man out here hating, bruh. You out here hating, bruh. Hating. I see the internet tides as well as turned on the award-winning Mario Kart World. I think a lot of people bought Mario Kart World this holiday, and the game is good. So yeah, a lot of people are realizing that it's a good game. Before, you just had like crazy, you know, Psycho Miyamoto destroying airplanes and stuff beforehand. Not as many people had it, but now, I mean, obviously a lot of people had it, but now a lot more people got a Switch 2. That's how you know Switch 2 is getting purchased by a lot of people, because people are not acting as insane, and more people are talking about it on Twitter and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good. It's good stuff, man. I like it. Speaking of Wood, I know he was kind of joking, but remember Wood said he's confident. Yeah, I understand the whole situation with Wood and the whole, you know, Switch 1 and Switch 2 box things. Like, I guess it's still yet to be seen. We still have to wait, I guess, longer. But I mean, yeah, I don't think he meant anything like super negative by it. I think people kind of took it too far, myself included. So shout outs to Wood. Want to apologize. I think I already apologized to him, but I want to apologize to him publicly as well. Yeah, you know, I thought he was joking. You know, when he said that. So yeah, so that's why I kind of made like a sarcastic joke about it. But yeah, I need to be a bit more careful in terms of some of those things, because some people, you know, they might not take it the same type of way of me, you know, my sarcastic self. But yeah, I think he was just talking about it, you know. I didn't think he meant too much by it. I just think he kind of just was just discussing it. So yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, I know it turned into like a big deal, but you know, I don't think he meant for it to be like a big deal like that. So yeah. Shout outs though. Appreciate you, Minato. Let's see here. Places, there's a complete cleansing and reform of Smash community. I think it's hard for the community to get back to good graces. There is no cleanse. The Smash community is cooked. There is no cleansing of the Smash. It's cooked. Even the good people are cooked. Even your heroes are cooked. Mango got banned for a year because he's acting insane and acting crazy drunk and making women feel uncomfortable. Like, there's no coming back from this. Mango was by far the most popular Smash Brothers player in the history of Smash Brothers. The two most popular players, most notoriety, they're not even involved in the game anymore. Mango and Zero. Mango, Zero, Nairo. Mango, Zero, Nairo are probably... Mango, Zero, Nairo, Armada, Leffen, you know, whatever, whoever you want to say there. But most of these guys are not involved, they're banned. You know? There's no coming back from this. Those guys are really popular. Armada was also very popular. He does not even play Smash Brothers. He speedruns Mario 64 all day. That's what he decided to do. Speedrun Mario 64. So all of the people that made Smash Brothers legitimately incredible don't even play anymore or are banned. Like I said, Nairo has a massive audience. Still to this day, the biggest Smash Brothers streamer for Ultimate is Nairo. He is banned. Well, he is banned from a lot of places. He's not banned from everywhere, but he's banned from some places. And I don't think he's going to come back. Maybe if there's a new Smash Brothers, he does, but his name is sullied a lot. A lot of people see, oh, Nairo, wait a minute, he did stuff with the, you know, underage. Whatever, right? So it's like, there's no coming back from this, because once again, Nairo is still the most popular Smash Ultimate content creator. And once again, he's banned. You know? There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this at all. Like, Zero's banned, but he was the most popular. He had a lot of the views and all that. He's done. Mango got banned for a year. Armada's done. Leffen's done. PPMD is done for the most part. Obviously, like, who wants to go watch Zayn and freaking... who are these people that freaking play Minecraft? Steve. Nobody wants to sit there and watch Steve all day, or sit there and watch Zayn just hit people with Marth all day. And like IBDW, he's crazy. He's kind of crazy. It's lame. It's corny. There's no stories. There's no lit. There's no atmosphere. There's no sauce. It's just a bunch of lames playing Smash Brothers. That's really what it's just a bunch of totalitarian lames And after the whole hack situation, where they literally let somebody die instead of just helping this man out and unbanning him and giving him a path to redemption, they literally let him die. The people in charge, they literally let him. They said, we rather have you dead than bring you back to Smash Brothers, to give him a path for redemption. They literally said, we rather just have you dead and go away. This community is cooked. It is cooked. It is dead. It is done. It is finished. There's no coming back from this. This community, they had Nintendo officially sponsor them with the Panda Cup, and they sunk Panda with an official sponsor and $1 million to $2 million in prize money with it. This community's cooked. It's terrible. It's cooked. It's never getting back to where it was or where it could be. It's done. It's just, like I said, it's just a bunch of lame TOs and lame players at this point. There ain't no coming back. It's done. They've turned on M2K. The community has turned on Mewtwo King as well. They turned on him too. Anybody who sided with hacks got turned on. Got anime betrayal. Mewtwo King dedicated damn near his whole life to Melee, and they turned on him too. So, only watch very specific people for Smash, and that's it. Legit, all the stuff that happened over the years is killed. Bro, I haven't watched the Smash tournament since that tournament that Hacks was in like Smash Factor, I think in Mexico. I haven't watched a single tournament since then. I watched that one to support Hacks, but I haven't watched a single tournament since then. It's so sad. So yeah. Nobody was held accountable for the situation with Hacks. Nobody was held accountable. They disbanded and then they tried to make like a new scene in New York with like the same people but not the same exact lead TO. This is that water. Yeah, it's incredible. It's a green water. It's like a light green water bottle, but then of course obviously with the green screen it makes it invisible. So it's actually the perfect color green, you know. Shout outs to I Love Coke Slurpees with the $10. Says, do you think video games as a general group, not everyone, is simply too immature? Like, it seems like all the communities collapse after a while or people gravitate towards grifters. Yeah, I do. Let me give you guys, now Coke Slurpees, I know you probably already know this, but you know this not in a direct way. It's an indirect way. That is the reason why I created this community. I knew what you just said 20 years ago when I was thinking about PlayerEssence. My first thought about PlayerEssence was in like 2008. I was playing Resident Evil, or 2009. I was playing Resident Evil, and there was just crazy amounts of racism for no reason, you know? And I was like, man, you know what would be cool? If we could have a community that's not lame. That's what I said. That's not lame. That's not racist. That doesn't matter about anything. Like, it's just a community. I was like, I have no idea how I'm going to do it. I said, I have no idea how I'm going to do it. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I don't know the first thing about an online community. All I did was just go to IGN and N4G, and I saw how toxic N4G was. I saw how bad, and to be fair, like I said, I sometimes contributed towards that toxicness, but I was also like, I have all the systems. So I always had all the systems, and I always, you know, I wasn't there to bash every other system, you know? But anyway, that was the whole reason why I created this community, because it is too immature. The larger gaming community is too immature. A lot of people online are too immature, and they end up collapsing over themselves. It always happens. I've even had that in my own community. I had the Great Ninja War, where people on two sides couldn't come to an agreement on politics stuff. Now, which I don't expect people to come to an agreement on that. But once again, that's why I banned political talk from my streams, which I never had it unbanned in the first place. I just didn't make a rule about it. I banned it from my Discord. I banned it from my streams because we're not mature enough to be able to handle other people's political opinions or who they vote for and things like that. It's just some people aren't. So that's why I banned all of it, you know? And that's the reason why I created this community. That's why I don't care that it's not the biggest community, because there's just too many immature people, the broader sense of things. So yeah, absolutely. That's what happens. It's like Mass Effect. You guys know Mass Effect, right? Mass Effect, the Reapers, the Leviathans. So the Leviathans, seafaring super race of huge bug-looking aquatic thingies. They somehow, over the course of a millennium or centuries or whatever, build the ability to telepathically control organisms, life. So what they do, since they're on a sea, they can't do a lot of other things. They feel like they're like the apex race of life in the galaxy. So they get other people to do their biddings for them. But the problem is that they help them advance. They help them become, you know, travel space and live longer and all sorts of cool stuff, right? But then eventually they get so smart to where they build AI. But then the AI is eventually so good to where it rebels. And then when it rebels, they end up killing the host organisms. And then the host organism, your original, you know, controller, the Leviathan, has less control and they can't do their own bidding. So in order for, you know, in order for the Leviathans to regain control of the galaxy, they create their own race AI. Or no, they create the conduit, which is an AI, which also creates a solution no matter what to preserve human life. But then they create a race of a fusion of robots and of people that end up dooming the Leviathans themselves. So the cycle of communities just imploding upon themselves over and over and over and over, it's the same things as like like the Leviathans and what they do in the AI races. And eventually that's what happens. And it's happened so many times where, yeah, sure, there's still communities that, you know, that are still there, but over and over, they'll rise, they'll implode, they'll blow up, they'll start over. You'll see somebody else come through. So I wanted to create something that was more stable, something that could last and stand the endurance of time. And it doesn't have to be the biggest, but we just don't need to get Mass Effect. We've already kind of got Mass Effect, although I'm not controlling people. I'm not seeing myself as the apex race or Leviathan. I'm just saying we see this over and over, almost like that same plot point, you know? So yeah. Mass Effect history in 30 seconds. Yes, that was a very quick rundown of Mass Effect story. That's essentially what happens. Oh, there's a lot more to it than that, but that's the general gist of Mass Effect, is that. Of why it happened. Shouts to Cyber Toast with the JoJo.
It making me want to go start up another Mass Effect playthrough, lol.
Shout outs to Mass Effect. It's a really, 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 really good franchise. It is legitimately one of the greatest franchises of all time. It is so good, and I love it so much, and it's just great. I love it. It's such a great franchise. And the games are fun too. Mass Effect Legendary Edition is really good. Check it out if you can. Big love to Cyber Taurus with the JOJO. And you guys know what time it is. Combo breaks. Let's go. Limit break, or actually 267 on the overclock. We are out here. I did. Oh, that's a JoJo Friday. JoJo Friday as well. We'll play that. Yes, sir. Shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Limit breaks as well. Mass Effect top 10 franchise for me. Yes, me too. Make Mass Effect great again. I agree. We need to make Mass Effect great again. I hope the new Mass Effect game is good. Something tells me, like, I'm skeptical, but I'm just hoping that it's good. I'm just hoping that it ends up being good. I'm hoping that it ends up, you know, just good. You know, I don't know if it will, but I'm hoping that it does. Shout outs to Vadsen. Thank you for the 29 months, man. Appreciate that. EA never ported Mass Effect 1 and 2, only 3 to the Wii U. Yeah, I don't think anybody cares. It's the Wii U. We need to see if they're going to put Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 Legendary Edition. Put that all on the Switch too. I would like to see that. I hope they announce a trilogy at the next Nintendo Direct, because then I can play it for you guys. Like, I've been kind of waiting because I owe you guys a Mass Effect Pure Shepherd run. But if they release it on the Switch too, I can just play it on there. So yeah, that'd be great. But this man's talking about the Wii U. Nobody, I mean, that systems, how many systems ago was that? We need to leave the Wii U behind in 2014 or 2013 or 2012. We need to leave it behind, bro. The Wii U's done. It's not good. So it didn't sell well. It's trash. So yeah. Let's see. Legendary Edition portable. Portable would be amazing. Yeah, it'd be pretty good. Amazing. That would be pretty good. That'd be pretty good portable. That'd be nice. I'd be super down for it. And you wouldn't have to worry about how it runs too, because I mean it runs at 60 FPS even on a base PS4. So I have the Mass Effect 1 through 3. Just haven't started up the Xbox. I got to play it. I mean, like, it's one of those games like you need a lot of time. It's a big time commitment because it's 1, 2, and 3 plus all of the DLC. So it's a massive time commitment. But if you spend the time in there, man, it's so good. It's so good. Shout outs to Cyber Toys. Thank you for the dono once again, man. Appreciate that. I'm curious on how the next Smash game will manage without the Smash community being around as much this time around. The Smash community is a very small, it's a very small speck of the pie of people who actually play Smash. But to be honest, if when this next Smash game comes out, the Smash community, there's going to be tons of people playing. There's going to be tons of tournaments. Like, when it comes to this, when I say Smash community is like done, I mean that like it's never going to get the mainstream sales and success that they're looking for. They're looking for people to play at their tournaments. They're looking for sponsors to come support them. You're not going to get that. Now, will there be a boost with the new Smash game? Obviously, there'll be a boost. But it'll never get back to the levels to where it could have went, you know, back when all the people, like back before 2020. Like, it looked like Ultimate could have definitely been something to where the players got paid very well, but they ruined it for themselves. They imploded upon themselves, and it ruined it. So we do need Chrono Trigger in 2026. That needs to be one of my predictions. Okay, you guys give me your predictions, and the best ones that I think that I agree with, I'll make into a video, and I'll try to give you guys shout outs for that as well. So Chrono Trigger is one. Let me see here. Chrono. I need about 25 Nintendo predictions. Or like, sorry guys, algorithm. I need or RPG. It's got to be RPG or Nintendo predictions. Like I said, sorry guys, algorithm. Chrono Trigger, that's one. Give me some more. Give me some more predictions, some more big predictions. I think Persona 6, that's another one. Persona 6 announcement. I think that's another one. Chrono Trigger re-release or new game. All right, what else? We need some more. We need some more. New Castlevania, like that. New Castlevania, like that. So new Castlevania, Dan Dips. Dan Dips. Okay, Star Fox on Switch 2. Star Fox on, so let's just say Star Fox. Star Fox in some way. Star Fox. What else? Honestly, where's RE4 remake? We got to get RE7, RE8, and RE9 out first before we start talking about RE4 remake. So those games are coming out first, and then probably after that, Brett. I mean, why are you talking about RE4 remake before RE9's even out? So let's get RE9, RE7, 8, and 9 out first, and then after that, then we can get RE2, 3, and 4 after that. So gotta just give it a little bit of time, my boy. Let the new one come out first, and then we'll get the remakes. We'll probably get 2, 3, and 4 in a triple pack. But we can go ahead and say that too. Resident Evil 4, or Resident Evil 2, 3, and 4 remake. Switch 2. Party Man with the $5 dono. Shout outs to Party Man.
Just in case people think otherwise, I'm having fun with OJ when I crack the jokes lol. Known for a good portion of my life, and even got to meet IRL, got nothing but love and appreciation for his hard work.
Oh, no,
I'll lighten up on the jokes for good vibes.
No, you don't lighten up on the, no. You don't lighten up on the jokes, Party Man. Absolutely not. No. 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 Please do not lighten up on the jokes. Guys, if you have a Fire Emblem 4 joke to make or a Inkling video, dude, please make it. That Inkling shot was awesome. Party Man, please. I'm asking you from the bottom of my heart, please do not lighten up on the jokes. They're really funny and they help move the conversation. And once again, I crack jokes all the time on you guys. I would feel like the biggest hypocrite if I didn't crack joke. If I said you guys can't crack jokes back on me when it comes to stuff like it's not even, none of it's even mean spirited. You made fun of my Inkling videos. So what? I was upset about that Inkling video. It's something funny to make fun of. I mean, we made fun of my situation with the Switch 1, right? We made fun of lots of things. I think those aren't mean-spirited. Now, like I said, if you're going after certain, like, you know, personal things, then that's another thing, right? Like, that's something else. Like, you're trying to say, oh, people's looks or people like that. But if you're making fun of, like, video game stuff, that's no big deal. That's not hard at all, or that's not a problem at all. So, yeah, nah, Party Man. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Do not lighten up with the jokes at all, please. Like I said, you guys' jokes are so lighthearted and like funny, you know. So no, I have no problem with that at all, Party Man. Please do not. Shout outs to VadSam. People know that you support. You drop donos, man. You're good. Don't ever feel guilty or bad. How many times did we make fun of you for the whole situation with the girlfriend not getting a date to the Mario movie? And that's even kind of like a little bit kind of personal too, right? Because it's like IRL. You know, you like trying to get that date, right? How many times did we make fun of you for that? You know, so nah, fam, you're good, Party Man. Big love to VadSent with the $10. Says, great afternoon, OJ. I just hopeful all is well with you. Everything's good. Just here to continue the JoJo factor. Music request, Smash 64 menu theme. Happy JoJo Fridays. Great beginning to the. Let's go. Great beginning, yes sir. We are out here, yo. We got to do this, bro. I think we got to do this. We got to hit him with the. We got to hit him with the JoJo Friday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. 282 on the overclock, boy. We are 18 combos away from a triple platinum tonight on JoJo Friday. Let's go. To about 2 JoJos away. That 10 it up. Hey, shout outs, fam. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, keep them coming, Party Man. Keep them coming. Romeo's a dead man. Got to be on Switch 2. It's only right. They did say that they're trying to get that game on Switch 2. They did say that they're trying to get that game on Switch 2. So yeah, I expect Romeo is a dead man. Yeah, I expect that at some point. Romeo is dead man. So yeah, I think that game's gonna be another game. Digimon, yep, Digimon Time Stranger, yep, Digimon Time Stranger. Yep, I think that's gonna happen too. Yo, shout outs, yo, 2 JoJo's coming in. Let's go, JoJo's back to back.
Your Fire Emblem 4 remake prediction is like a classic Fire Emblem unit. Technically still alive, but benched forever.
I can't wait for when they reveal Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of the Genealogy of the Holy War, Shadows of the Holy War. I can't wait. I'm seriously going to come here with the cigar. I don't smoke, but I'm going to come here with the cigar. I'm going to say, rip bozo. I'm going to smoke a Cyber Taurus, a Party Man, who else? Who else has been, a figure drawing? Who else has been trolling me? Oh no, Yoshi. I'm gonna say rip bozo. I'm gonna smoke a pack on all of you guys. Once that finally does, I can't wait. Seriously, I cannot wait. I am gonna have the rip bozo pack on all of you guys. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. I can't wait. I can't wait for this game. I cannot wait. I'm not going to put it on my list, but I can't wait. Just tell you that right now. Rip both. Wait, both of you. You two, Cyber Taurus. Shout outs to you guys. JoJo's. I swear I am. I'm going to literally bring a cigar. I don't smoke. That'll be the one time I smoke a cigar. It's gonna be a Rip Bozo pack for you guys. All right. I'm gonna film a video. I'm gonna film a video doing it outside, and then put it on Twitter. And then I'll watch it. I don't want to smoke detector and stuff. I don't want to do all. But still, I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna hit this JoJo too while we're at it. Let's go. Put it on the list. Nah, I ain't putting it on the list. Nah, I ain't putting it on the list. I ain't putting it on the list. No, you guys give me some more. I break that Smash. We'll get next reveal at least teasing 2026. I don't think Smash in 2026, but I do think Smash is coming. But I don't think so. Xenoblade Warriors when? Maybe one of these days. Switch 2 game upgrades. Yeah. Switch 2 game upgrades. I would just say a 12 pack. A 12 pack of Switch 2 game upgrades. I need some more predictions though, guys. I need some more predictions. Let's hear them. Cyber Taurus with another JoJo as well. Let's go.
At this point, your Fire Emblem 4 remake prediction has outlived 2 Nintendo consoles, 2 direct formats, and my remaining hope.
How did it outlive 2 Nintendo consoles? Wait, the Switch 2 just came out. It was a Switch 1 prediction. Wait, wait, hold up. How did it do that? So that's the Cyber Taurus. 312 on the platinum. Let's go, boys and girls. We are out here today. Yo, Cyber Taurus. And I think Cyber Taurus, I think that's a 60 piece for you. 60 piece chicken nugget for you as well on the board. Yo, let's go. Cyber Taurus with the Hulk Hogan. Beating out Mr. 9K. We out here. Thank you so much, Cyber Taurus, for all the support tonight, man. You've been nuts. Shout outs to Cyber T. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Triple platinum. You guys ready for this? I don't know how it outlived all that though. How did it outlive everything? Shout outs, man. Appreciate that. Triple platinum limit break. Let's go. Halo Switch 2. Let's just say Xbox. More Xbox games. Xbox games on Switch 2. On Switch 2. Maybe Halo / Gears, maybe. I think that's possible as well. I'm at 9. I need some more. You got jokes, man. You got jokes. Paul Gale in the house. What's up, Paul Gale? This prediction will probably be far-fetched, but maybe Zelda remake for 40th anniversary. Zelda remake, okay. Say Zelda remake. Okay. Some type of Zelda remake, we'll see. GTA on Switch 2. GTA 6 on Switch 2. GTA 6. General Zamora. General Z. Okay. I've seen enough. Seahawks by 20. Shut up. Game's not going on. Luigi's Mansion. Okay, you think a Luigi's Mansion announcement. Okay, for the 25th anniversary. Luigi's Mansion. Okay. Wishful thinking, but grounded is a grounded in possibility. Okay. What was your? Do you have any predictions, Paul Gale? Do we have? No, we don't have 3D Mario. That's another one. 3D Mario, obviously. 3D Mario is a big one. 3D. I can turn this into like a top 25 major Nintendo Switch 2 predictions. 3D Mario. 3D. New 3D Mario. Obviously, Party Man. I think that too, but Party Man as well. Star Fox. Yeah, we put Star Fox. Yeah, Star Fox is on the list. Shaw X. Yup. Billy Hatcher too. That seems a bit too far out there. Seems a bit too far out there. Too much. Kid Icarus. I think Kid Icarus is a possibility. I don't know about a new Kid Icarus game, but Kid Icarus. Kid Icarus game. Something Kid Icarus for the anniversary. It is the I think it's the 40th anniversary of Kid Icarus. Sonic Adventure remake. That'd be interesting too. I don't think so. Minus Ocarina of Time remake, possibly Zelda 2: The Adventures of Link by Way Forward, or Link to the Past Square Enix HD 2D. Ooh, that'd be interesting. Diddy Kong Racing. Okay. Sam Darnold going to look like the MVP against the 49ers? Maybe. We'll see. Kingdom Hearts 4. That's something that I thought that could happen as well. I talked about that in my video today. Kingdom Hearts 4. Yep. Kingdom Hearts 4 on the Switch 2. Yeah, I think that's another one. I predict something for the Metroid 40th anniversary. Okay, Metroid announcement. New Metroid game, or just Metroid game announcement. Metroid game announcement. Okay. We're at 16. So let me put George FT on that one. We throw in Mario Kart World DLC. Okay, yeah, no, that's another one. No, that's another one. Mario Kart World DLC. Yeah, that's something that I thought that could happen. That's something that I thought that can happen as well. Yeah. I think it'd be fun for a paper Legend of Zelda for the 40th. That would be fun. I don't know about that. But yeah, I mean, I'd buy it for sure. I'd definitely buy it. I definitely buy it. Mass Effect Trilogy. I think that's possible. Mass Effect Trilogy. I think that's definitely possible. Who said that one? Zombie. I think Lies of P might have been somewhat leaked or something like that, or rumored, so I think that's possible too. Yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 sales are great or bad? They're great. It's the fastest selling system in Spain. It sold over 700,000 units in UK, which is a good chunk above the Switch 1 in the same time frame. It sold over 10 million units as of September. I think, yeah, September, June, July, August. Or as of August, I think by the end of August or so. And it's also sold probably 800,000 units plus and dominating Japan. Every week it's been selling really good. So, yeah, it's been selling good. All right, I guess you've been watching Grifter videos, right? Super RV gamer, Nintending. I'm guessing you're coming off Nintending videos. No, it's been selling great. We'll get the sales numbers in February, which I'll be right again, you know. So the grifters told us that Switch 2 wasn't selling, and then 10 million units came out, and then they flipped that to Nintendo's forcing them to buy units. It's fake. It's not into consumers' hands. So we'll find out February. We'll get the sales numbers from there. J2 says a platinum games title. Okay, platinum games. I mean, I guess we said Switch 2 updates, Astral Chain, but yeah, platinum games title. Okay. Platinum games title. Okay, I like that. Okay, we're at 20. Who said platinum games? That was J2 Blue. Okay, nice. The Beast. J2 Blue platinum games title. Minish Cap. Well, we have Zelda on here. So Zelda announcement, Zelda remake, Zelda something, of course. So yeah, Link Between Worlds port would be great. Yeah, that would be great. Lies of P. I don't know. I think that's gonna happen, but we'll see. We'll see about Lies of P. Splatoon 4. I mean, I think Splatoon 4 is a possibility. A tease or something. Splatoon 4. Yeah. The sooner that game comes out, the better. As long as it's complete and all that. Splatoon 4. Yeah, Splatoon 4 is definitely a good one. All right, five more spots, guys. We got 5 more spots for this one. We're on pick number 21. Splatoon Raiders, where is that? They're gonna detail Splatoon Raiders more in the February Direct, so that's coming. Probably. My estimate is between 16 to 17.5 million, maybe a safe split down the middle, 16.75 million. Yeah, which is really good. You know, it sold another 6 million units plus then in the second quarter there. It could be more than that, could be less. I'm guessing though it's definitely right around that. Yeah. I'm estimating 15 to 16 million. I mean, maybe it's 18 million, maybe it's more. Maybe they had a better than expected December. I know in Japan it was incredible for the Switch 2 sales. That sold really good there. So I'm guessing that they did pretty good overall. So yeah, 15 to 16 million by the end of the year. And then next year it's gonna blow up even more because they're gonna have Gen 10 Pokemon. Guess we can put that on here too. Gen 10 Pokemon. Generation 10 Pokemon. Gen 10 Pokemon game. That's gonna be on here as well. 22. New IP. New IP. Just a new IP. I guess so. I mean, we had a couple new IPs last already. So I mean, they're not the biggest IPs, but I don't know. I guess Welcome Tour, if you count that as a new IP. But then also Dragon Drive, that was a new IP. So we'll see. Maybe they'll make something else. It might be a small new IP, but they'll probably have something. Pikmin tease. Pikmin's definitely possible as well. Astral Chain 2 or Astral Chain Switch 2 Edition 60 FPS. Yeah, we have that for... That's going to be on our Platinum Games title. And you can also kind of double that as like our Switch 2 upgrade pack, upgrade games as well. So, yeah. I mean, Gen 10 Pokemon announcements. I mean, obviously, you know, Pokemon announcements. But yeah, maybe retro Pokemon games. New Pokken. I don't know if there's going to be another Pokken game. Honestly, I think Pokken might be like one and done. Even though there was a Switch 1 game, but it was just the Wii U game. But yeah, I think Pokken's done. I don't think they're going to make another one, but I could be completely wrong. But I'm not on board with that one just yet. But I mean, you never know. New Super Smash Brothers. I mean, I think it's a bit early for Smash, but then again, that's what people were saying when Smash Ultimate was announced in March 2018. So it's possible, but we'll see. ARMS sequel. I don't think they're going to make a sequel to ARMS. I think ARMS is also a one and done. But we'll see. I see some guys saying the Switch 2 is doing terrible and that PS5 will sell better in 2026. Also, PS5 price hike. You see some guys saying Switch 2 is doing terrible. Yeah, that's a cope on their end because they've been angry and upset for some reason about Switch 2 sales or about the Switch 2 platform. But if you track all the sales numbers, if you look at all the sales tracking sites that you can look at, when it comes to even Circana, when it comes to the UK, when it comes to Spain, when it comes to Amazon, when it comes to Japan, Switch 2's been selling absolutely incredible. It's been selling very good. Still the fastest. It should still end the system or end the year as the fastest selling system of all time, at least end 2025 as that. So yeah, it's just people kind of coping and just basically using one report from the Circana of the lowest sales for the month as, oh, it's Switch 2 selling bad. What they don't realize that there's more than 1 month and we didn't even actually get any sales numbers for that month. And it's the worst combined sales numbers. That doesn't mean PS5 and Switch 2 sold bad. It just means that there's not the best for console sales when it comes to all the platforms, which also include Xbox as well, which is selling pretty bad. So from what I understand and from what I've been tracking, numbers were good in October. Numbers were good in solid in November. Definitely could have been a little bit better, but weren't. And then numbers have been good numbers were really good in December as well, as there was a massive influx of people buying the system in Japan, buying the system in Europe, and buying the system here in the US. So yeah, that's the actual facts, not just me basing it off of one report. That's me giving you a totality of it. And I've been covering sales for a long time. So the reason why I'm more trustworthy than other people is that there's a lot of these other people that are saying this, they don't even cover sales. They don't cover sales regularly. They just started grifting to make money now, but they never covered sales. They never covered this type of stuff. I've been covering sales numbers for a decade plus, since about 2010, 2011. So we're going on 2 decades. I've been covering sales numbers. So I don't just cover it just for clout. I don't just cover it for clickbait. I don't cover it for hate. I cover it because that's what I've always done. And I'm good at it. So you can trust me over trusting them. And I was right again, because there was the same people that were saying the same thing before the Switch 2 was announced to have 10 million units sold. They were saying that nobody was buying it. There was videos and people saying that it's not selling well and all this and that. And then what happened? We got 10 million plus units in sales. So yeah. Let's see here. The Iceman, Teddy was saying that, and Angry Vigilante is saying that as well. Once again, you got 2 people that never covered sales numbers beforehand until now, until they wanted to get on their grift. They never covered sales. They never talked about sales. And they've also been wrong on almost everything with the Switch 2, pretty much everything. They also said Donkey Kong Bonanza wasn't going to sell really good. That ended up selling absolutely incredible so far, over 3.5 million units in sales, and that's even before the holiday season. So I wouldn't really trust people that never covered sales beforehand, have no financial background, and are also too scared to show their face too. I wouldn't trust any of those people. And also, like I said, don't trust people that are too scared to show their face, never covered sales numbers and haven't really been covering sales and news and all that, have zero financial background, have never predicted any actual sales numbers for games correctly or accurately or anything like that. They're just talking for views. So me, I'm not right with everything. I can admit when I'm wrong. I was off on Tears of the Kingdom, but as the people here, and then you can look at my track record when it comes to games, I'm usually right on game sales and sales of systems. I was one of the few people to say that the Switch 1 was going to sell over 100 million units. A lot of people weren't saying that, but I was saying that. I was one of the few people that said that releasing Mario Kart 8 again is actually probably going to end up being a pretty crazy seller. And I didn't expect 70 million, but there was a lot of people that were hating on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, saying that it's not going to sell that great and all that. And I'm like, okay, I don't know about that. Nobody bought the Wii U, so it's probably going to sell pretty good. I was correct about a number of different games. Donkey Kong Bonanza even. I said, this game's going to sell great. People are saying, oh, they're not so sure. Donkey Kong. I said, no, it's going to sell pretty good. Overall, I was right about the Switch 2. I said it's actually going to sell really good, and I expect it to sell well off the jump, when people were saying that it's not going to sell well off the jump. And I was right about that as well. So, like I said, I wouldn't listen to people that have been wrong all generations so far. I mean, these people have been wrong. They've always been wrong. They've been right with damn near nothing. It's a lot of cope. It's a lot of weird AI. It's a lot of, they use AI to generate ideas in terms of what they think. And just not very smart. A lot of these people, like I said, pretty stupid people. A lot of people that just have no knowledge on things. But once again, YouTube views, right? YouTube views. But yeah, I would trust me. I've been right. So yeah. We have no sales numbers right now for Metroid Prime 4. So once we get sales numbers, then I can tell you how it did. But right now we have no sales numbers outside of it didn't do great in Japan, but Metroid Prime never does good in Japan. All we have is eShop sales, which it did pretty good on the eShop, and it's continuing to be a bestseller. When it comes to Amazon sales, it's done okay on Amazon. It's in the top sellers for Amazon here in the US. But yeah, we have no sales numbers when it comes to US or overall sales for Metroid Prime 4. So yeah. And people are not liking it because it does different things compared to the previous Metroid Prime games. Go watch my review on it, Super RV Gamer. Go watch my review if you want to know more about, if you want to know sales numbers, or if you want to know news on games and all that. It's all on the channel. So these are all things that I've covered pretty extensively. It's all on there. So if you want to know in depth and where I'm getting my sources, not just me blabbering and yapping, I've got sources and I've got everything. I put them all in my videos. So they're all there as well. And also, yeah, the green crystals and the motorcycle. Some people didn't like that too. Let's see here. Tears of the Kingdom was disappointing, only 21 million. I thought that it was going to outsell Breath of the Wild quicker. And obviously, Breath of the Wild just keeps selling. Tears of the Kingdom keeps selling. Both of them are top sellers on Switch 2 even. But they both just keep selling. So Breath of the Wild came out before Tears of the Kingdom. So it's not going to sell fast enough to overlap it when people are still buying both games. You know, both of them are still selling good. So that's the problem. Not that Tears of the Kingdom sold bad. I mean, I think it sold 22 million units plus. So it didn't sell bad. I was just wrong on it outselling Breath of the Wild quicker. I thought it was. It didn't. So I was wrong on that. Now, I knew it was going to sell incredible. I think we all knew that. But my problem was that I didn't gauge the amount of time. And then, of course, sequelitis and stuff like that when it comes to it. So I won't do that again, which I haven't since then. I didn't put big, numbers and sales, like definitive sales predictions, even on Metroid Prime 4. I said, hey, look, I think an estimate lifetime after a good amount of time, like maybe it can hit 3 million, 4 million, So I said, but I said after an amount of time, after time, not right away, So yeah. Also talking about grifters who believe that stores will keep bulk of Switch 2 stock just so they make Nintendo shipment numbers look great. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, George FT. That is the dumbest thing that I've literally ever heard in my life. If Nintendo could somehow manipulate and force retailers to buy Switch 2 stock, because remember, this is how retail works, guys, because this is, once again, you're dealing with people who don't know what they're talking about. some of them have stated that Nintendo was forcing them to buy systems. There is no way. I used to work at retail. If something isn't selling or if something isn't doing well, I'm not going to sit there and buy a bunch of stock of it. I'm not going to do that. That's the dumbest thing ever. That's self-sabotage. Everybody knows that you can't do that. Unless Nintendo has like mob hits on them, buy our shipment or else. And that's the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. And anybody who says that is a complete moron and should never be taken seriously and isn't a serious person. Isn't a serious person whatsoever. It's a grift. That is a grift because that is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life to sales numbers. I have never heard anybody say something as stupid as that. Retailers buy products based off of how it's doing. If a product is selling or moving, or if they're anticipating for it to sell, they're going to buy the amount that they want. They're going to keep getting. If it's not selling, then they're not going to send it. It makes Nintendo no money, and it makes these retailers no money if they have just a bunch of stock sitting on store shelves. If Nintendo could do that, they could have easily manipulated the Wii U sales numbers. Why did they just manipulate the Wii U sales numbers? Or why did they just manipulate the Nintendo 3DS's sales numbers back in the day? To just keep on shipping units. They have some type of special contract to do that with Switch 2? No, that's dumb. The dumbest thing that I've ever heard in my life. So anybody that says that is a moron and is a grifter, is just looking for grift points. Because there is no evidence, there was no facts, there was no numbers, there was no anything to even suggest that. As a suggestion, that is the dumbest thing that I've ever heard. I'll say it again because it's stupid. So yeah, that's really the thing that it comes down to. You know, these people, they're just looking for YouTube. Like I said, that wasn't even a video on that. It was a justification for why they were wrong. Oh, it's doing this well because of this. They're so upset that the Switch 2 is doing well and they were wrong about it that they have to make up excuses and cope and seethe over a video game system. It makes zero sense. Completely brain dead thought process, you know?
Called it on Tears of the Kingdom sales versus Breath of the Wild.
That's true. You did call it on that one. You did call it on that one. You're right about that one. But I mean, 22 million is nothing to sniff at, you know? It's still sold pretty good. But yes, you're right about that. OJ, do you think that guy really believes that? No. That's why I think he's a grifter. No. I don't think that they actually believe everything that they're saying. And the reason why they don't believe everything that they're saying is because what they're saying is so stupid and they don't have any proof of what they're saying is correct. They just say it just because. They say it because it's a feeling. It's a thought process. It's what they think. They don't say it because they're right. They don't say it because they can prove it. They don't think this because it's right. They think it because it's a thought and they can make money off of their thoughts. That's why they say it. It's a grift. Oh, I'm going to say this because it's just a thought. It's just a think. It's just an idea that I've thought about. Yeah, I don't really believe it, but why not? I'll say it. I'll use it as an excuse. I can push a narrative. Once again, a lot of these people are doing this simply for the grift online. They're not doing it because they love talking about video games or they love making content. They're doing it because it makes them money. They're doing it because of that. Because they never did this before. This whole grift angle, you could have done this 10 years ago. You could have done this 6 years ago. You could have done this 5 years ago. This didn't there's no reason why it needed to start now. If you could have done all this 10 years ago. Why didn't you do this before? If you truly felt certain ways, why do you just feel this way now? There's all sorts of things that you could accuse Nintendo of doing back then that still applied now. In terms of game prices, in terms of whatever, there's all sorts of stuff. They're doing it now because it's never been more profitable to do it now. That's the reason why it's being done now. A lot of these guys are new age grifters. If you truly felt a certain way, you should have been feeling that way for a long time now. Not at this point. So, yeah. Shout outs to Robin Newhouse. Thank you for the tune into your pledge. Welcome back. Shout outs. Appreciate that. It's not going to be the same Hyrule Space Butler. Obviously, if you've played Age of Imprisonment, it is done. The story is done. So I suggest playing Age of Imprisonment and beating that game, and you'll really realize that it's done. Excuse me. It's funny grifters aren't talking about Nintendo raised their forecast to 19 million. Why would they talk about that? That doesn't fit their narrative. Vibes. Is Nintendo an evil video game company and a ruining gaming? You just watch all Grift videos, don't you? No, Nintendo's not an evil video game company, and no, they're not ruining gaming. How many Grift videos have you watched? Or maybe you're just getting a difference of opinion, right? Maybe you're just, now you're coming here, hey, look, someone that's more positive about Nintendo stuff and is not crazy. So yeah. No, no, there are no evil video game companies. That doesn't even make sense. Evil, what is the definition of evil? You guys know what the definition of evil is? You guys know what it is? A lot of people use that, throw that word around. Profoundly immoral and wicked. There is no video game company, honestly, that is doing anything that is so profoundly immoral and wicked with video game sales. There's not a single one that I can think of. Now, that is up to your interpretation. That is a subjective way of putting it. You can say that, you know, I don't get the price. Mario Kart being 80, that's immoral and wicked. You can make up whatever you want for that. But to me, immoral and wicked would be like murdering an innocent person. So yeah. Let's see. Angry and Dean said you didn't keep the same energy with the PS5 outselling the Switch 2 on Black Friday. Keep what same energy? What same energy have I kept? I never said that the Switch 2 needs to outsell the PS5 every single month. I never said that. That was never my thought process. I never said that. I never made any videos saying that the Switch 2 is going to outsell PS5 every single month. I didn't say that. You know why I didn't say that? Because the Switch 1 didn't outsell the PS4 every single month. The Switch 1 was outsold by the PS4 a multitude of times. Who gives a shit? I don't care if the PS5 outsells the Switch 2. That's irrelevant. I can see the numbers for the Switch 2. I can see the numbers in Japan. I can see the numbers on Amazon. I can see the numbers in Spain that we got. It's selling good. I said the Switch 2 is going to sell good. They said, Dean in particular, said it's going to sell Wii U to GameCube levels. That's what he said. He said it's going to sell Wii U to GameCube levels. He's an idiot. Okay? I never said that the Switch 2 was going to outsell PS5 every single month. Because once again, the Switch 1 didn't outsell PS4 every single month. And guess the same stupid people would come to my stream and say, come here looking like seals, complete morons who don't cover sales because they don't know anything about sales, would come to my streams and say, hey OJ, the PS4 outsold Switch, what now? And I'm like, and? So what? If it did in the US for 1 month with a fat $100 discount. So what? And like, so what? I've kept the same energy that I've always kept from the beginning, is that it's going to sell good. There's going to be some months where the PS5 can sell better, just like Switch 1. I would never make that proclamation after we got Switch 1 where PS4 outsold it multiple times. How'd that end up? How'd that work out? How'd that work out for those people? So don't give me anything about not keeping the same energy. You guys don't know sales numbers. You guys are changing up your energy because you guys didn't cover sales in the Switch 1 era. You guys didn't cover sales in the Wii U era. You guys didn't cover sales in the 3DS era. I covered sales in all those eras. Don't talk to me about sales numbers and what does better and what does not. I know. I've been there from the beginning, pretty much. I covered all that. They did it. I wouldn't be stupid enough to sit there. Who cares? So what? And if Switch 2 outsells PS5 next month, then what? Or if it outsells it, so what? PS5's been selling good and it had a huge discount. It's good that it did well. But by the way, the PS5 was still down year on year from the previous year, even when it had discounts. By the way, did they cover that? I didn't really talk about it too much. There was no need for me to talk about it. It wasn't relevant. But I'm guessing they didn't cover that, right? Did they cover that in the MPD? Did they cover that, or in the Circana, that PS5 was down year on year, like 30 to 40% in sales, even with the $100 discount from the previous year? Okay. I'm pretty sure they didn't cover that in videos, right? All right. That energy wasn't there, was it? Did they cover that? Somebody let me know. I don't watch that trash. So somebody let me know if they covered that or not. I bet they didn't. I bet they didn't. So once again, I'm here for the debates, though. I'm here for the debates. So it's like, I've already debated that other dude. I'm not going to debate him. He's a waste of time. Not very intelligent. Doesn't know what the definition of brainwashing is. Uses words that he doesn't know the definition of. So I'm not going to worry about him. He's nothing. He's a chump. He's a weirdo. Obsessed. So I'm not really worried about him. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. Dude has like dude has the intelligence level of like dead ass, like a 6th grader. So I don't care. Nintending, I'm open to debating him. I'm open. I'll pay you. Open challenge. You want to come here and debate sales numbers? We can debate sales numbers. Switch 1, Switch 2. We can debate game sales. We can debate month to month. I'm down. And I'll pay him to come here and do that. He's a fraud. He ran away from me. So I emailed him and I said, yo, let's debate. He did not respond. He did not respond to my email. I messaged him in his chat. So no. Let's see here. Straw Hat Monty with the $2. Thank you, Straw Hat Monty with the 2. I appreciate that. Shout outs. I'll debate Dean because, like I said, I've never debated him. And like I said, he thinks that he's smart. I said, let's debate. He doesn't want to. He's too scared. So he's too scared to debate me. I already debated the other guy. We cooked him. No need to debate. Dude doesn't know the definition of brainwashing. Says I brainwashed. Doesn't know. I asked him, what's the definition of brainwashing? I don't know. Dirt. Okay. I'm not debating a complete idiot anymore. I'm good on that one. Using words that you don't know the definition to. Yeah, smart guy. Let's see here. My desire is to see Switch 2 succeed is what? More third parties? Yeah, we're gonna get that. Of course he won't do it. There's a very simple logic of PS5 outselling Switch 2. One gets a huge Black Friday deal sticker, the other doesn't. So one gets picked up more Black Friday sales week. December will be more inte. Oh well, we'll see. Like I said, I don't care if PS5 outsells Switch 2. I don't care if it does. Switch 2 is gonna sell good. That was my thought process. I said Switch 2 is gonna sell good. I did say that it has a chance, like depending on what it gets in the future. If it gets a bunch of incredible games, if it gets a bunch of cool stuff, then it could do as good as Switch 1. We don't know how long the Switch 2 is gonna be out there. Here's what I do know. Games sell systems. So if Nintendo has a banger lineup of games for this year, especially in the holiday season, if there's a new 3D Mario, if there's a new Pokemon, that's gonna increase sales better than what they had this year. A big new 3D Mario and a big Pokemon game, that's going to increase sales better than Pokemon Legends ZA, Hyrule Warriors, and like Kirby or like Metroid Prime 4. Those are all great games, and those all help to have the Switch 2 have its record-breaking sales. But let's be real here. The real system movers and sellers were stuff that had already came out or came out earlier, which would be Pokemon Legends ZA, which that was an October release. It would be Donkey Kong Bonanza, which was a July release, and it'd be Mario Kart World, which was a launch release. So next year, once we get, when we get the new Pokemon Gen 10, when we get, which Gen 10 generation Pokemon games always sell better than like Legends game. Like Arceus didn't sell anywhere near as good as Pokemon Sword and Shield or as Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield blew Legends out of the water. So those games just don't sell and move systems like a new generation of Pokemon does. So if we get a new generation of Pokemon, probably with the bundle, in addition to getting the new 3D Mario, that's going to help move systems even more in the holiday season. So I'm a big believer of you need to have games to sell the system. A lot of these guys think that just systems just sell based on the system being the system, and that's fine, I guess. But to me, you got to have content that sells the system, and I think that that's been proven over the years that you have to have content that sells the system, and that's why I think Switch 2 is going to sell well, because Nintendo's going to put all of their resources and all of their franchises on the Switch 2. You know, with what they have, there's no more other system that they have to support. I mean, they're supporting the Switch 1, but that's pretty much going to be done. You know, Fire Emblem, that's exclusive. Pocopia, that's exclusive. There's a lot of exclusive Switch 2 games now coming out. And of course, like I said, there's going to be a new 3D Mario. There's going to be a new Smash Brothers eventually. There's going to be a new Zelda. There's going to be a new Animal Crossing eventually. There's going to be a new Pokemon Gen 10. You know, so once all of those come out, then we can evaluate how the system is selling and all of that. My guess is that it's going to be selling pretty good. If they can hold on to the $450 price tag too, I hope if they raise the price, then I do think that that can hamper sales. But if they hold on that $450 price tag, plus put out all the games that I said, I expect it to sell really well, like it's been selling. And that's been my thing from the beginning. It's never been my statement was never that Switch 2 was going to outsell the PlayStation 5 every single month, no matter what. I never said that. And because, like I said, that didn't happen with the PlayStation 4. So why would I think it would happen with the PlayStation 5 and Switch 2? It didn't happen with the Switch 1 and PlayStation 4, you know? So, yeah. How about round 2 with the whoa guy? He remember Switch After Dark. He won't debate me anymore. The Florida guy, Florida man. He won't debate me. So we're not gonna do that. Although I do have a show that I'm gonna do where I'm gonna have open session, so people can come in for a minute or two and talk about whatever they want to talk about with me. Even if you agree with me, you can come in and agree with me on something. If you disagree on anything, I'm gonna have a show probably like Thursdays. Maybe we're gonna start up pretty soon here, where we're gonna have a call-in show. So that'll be fun. Any chance we see Dragon Quest 12? Dragon Quest 12 is another game that I think that we're gonna see. Yes, Dragon Quest 12. With all the possibilities of PS6 being pushed to 2030, PS5 may have time to become one of the best-selling consoles of all time if prices don't go higher. I mean, the PS4, you know, has been around for a long time, and it's one of the best-selling consoles of all time. So yeah, PS5 is already one of the best-selling consoles of all time. It's already there. So yeah, of course, it's gonna further become one of the better-selling consoles of all time. But yeah, PS5 is already one of the best-selling systems of all time. It's already like, I think it's like number 11. So it's like it's like number 10. It's like in the top 10 already. So, I mean, yeah, of course, it's going to further its better selling systems of all time, you know, case or status, you know? So yeah. Well, I've been seeing people talking really bad about Nintendo, saying stuff like that, but I don't think that way about it, but I need to know if I wasn't wrong. Everybody has their own opinion, Super RV Gamer. But yeah, I think it's a bit excessive to say that they're evil. I think that's a little bit excessive, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, I don't agree with every one of their choices, but that doesn't mean that they're evil because you don't agree with the price. Like, for example, like a Lamborghini. Like, I don't agree with Lamborghini and how much they charge, but that doesn't mean that the Lamborghini company is evil. Or like, I don't agree with the price of certain food items, but I don't think that certain stores are evil for selling that juice box for more than I thought it should be. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think companies are evil simply because you don't like the price of something, or because they make a game key card, or they do a certain, you know, business practice when it comes to that. Like, it's a video game. So I don't equate evil to stuff like that. There's a million things that I don't like about Microsoft and what they did, right? Like Microsoft in terms of the price increases on the Xbox Series. The PS5, they had price increases on the PS5. Sony increased the price of the games from last generation to this generation first. They did that first. I didn't call them evil and immoral and wicked and dastardly like they're freaking, you know, Shang Tsung or something like that, or you know, or there's some type of evil, you know, World War II dictator. I didn't do all that because it's not that serious, you know. So yeah. Bravely Default. I think Bravely Default 3 could absolutely be something that we get. Yeah, that's one. That's another one. Bravely Default. Bravely Default. There's a lot of dishonest words being used in saying, see PS5 has also Switch 2, which implies that it outsold it for a longer time period than one single month. It doesn't matter if it did or not. It doesn't matter if it even outsold it. That doesn't matter at all. Like, that's irrelevant if PS5 does better or not. That's not what I said. What I said is that Switch 2 is going to sell well, and it's been selling well. What I said is that it's going to continue to sell well, and it's continued to sell well. I never said anything that it's going to win every single month and it's going to that's irrelevant. So any of you guys that are arguing with people that are saying that, you could let them say that. The sales numbers drop in February. So we'll see the new line of excuses in February. So when February comes around and we get the sales numbers, we'll see what the new line, just like we got back in September, right? What was it June? Is it July, August, September? October, yeah. Just like we got, we got that in October. Just like we got back in October, when the sales numbers dropped, and the same people were saying that Switch 2 is not selling. It's not selling. I know that it's not. It's in the stores. Nobody's buying it. And then it sold 10+ million. So when they're wrong again, they're just doing it now because you can make the money now. You're not going to be able to do this by the end of next year. I'll make this statement. By the end of next year, or this time next year, you're not going to be able to do this anymore because the sales numbers are going to be so much higher than the beginning that you're not going to. So have your fun while you can. Make your videos and have your fun while you can. You know, I agree. I think it's a good grift. It's a good grift. Make your little ad revenue. Make your little $25 on your videos while you can, because you're not going to be able to do it in a year from now. So go ahead and do it now while you can. And then make your excuses when you're wrong, because it's going to look stupid. Because trust me, I've been here before. This is why I have experience. That's why you should trust me. I've been here. You think this is the first time that I've dealt with morons saying things about me and saying that I'm wrong and calling me names because, calling me fanboy and calling me names because I talk positively about something that I'm usually right about? That I've been right about? People did this to me with Switch 1. We saw this with Switch 1. We saw the videos with Switch 1. It's not going to sell. People aren't buying it as much. It's artificial stock. Nobody's going to buy it after the hardcore. All the same excuses and all the same nonsense that these people are bringing up. These grift, Switch 2 grift tubers. I heard it all before. I heard it in the Switch 1 era. They were all wrong then. All those people disappeared, faded off into the sunset. Got nothing to say. Don't apologize. That's okay. I don't need any apologies when I'm right. I was right about the 10 million plus with the Switch 2. People said it wasn't selling. I was right about that. Don't worry. I'll be right about this upcoming. And I'll be right next year too. I'll be right next year as well. So I don't even got a trip. I don't got a trip. I know I'm right. So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I was right before, but let me tell you guys something. There's never been a system that has started out to sell 10 million this fast that's ever been seen as a sales disappointment. It's never happened in the history of video game systems. There's never been a system that has sold 10+ million in half of a year, okay? In a half year sold 10+ million, which actually sold 10+ million in like a few months, but let's just say 15 million. There's never been a system that sold 15 million units in 6 months and then ended up not being one of the better selling or best selling systems of all time. It's literally never happened in the history of gaming. But if you want to bank your integrity, your channel, your whatever on that, feel free. Go ahead. But it's never happened in the history of gaming. Okay? So take your bets on that one. Take your bets on that one. But I listen, if I was a betting man, which I am a betting man, I wouldn't take that bet. I would not take that bet. I would not take the over under on, GameCube, right? That was what some of them were saying. GameCube. I take the over. I wouldn't take the under on that one, but hey, it's all good. I'm disappointed. No Xenoblade. It's already been half a year. I demand Xeno every 5 to 6 months. Hey, there you go. Is the Japanese yen really collapsing? If so, could it change the new game release schedules? I would guess. Japanese yen has definitely been on a downward trend for sure. But we'll see what happens when it comes to game releases. You know? But this is a brand new year. We have nothing but great new games coming from all systems. No more reruns. That's what I've been saying. Once again, I have a PS5. I have a PS5 Pro. I don't care if one system outsells another. That's dumb. If I didn't want PS5 to do well, why the hell would I buy a PS5 in the first place? These people are complete morons, complete idiots. And I'm calling them idiots and morons because, once again, they're not thinking. They're just sitting here and thinking that everything's based off. They think that everything I say or everything I do is simply just because Nintendo. I like them. Not because I actually analyze anything or not because I actually have experience. That's okay. That's what people said about me 7-8 years ago when I said that the Switch 1 was going to sell 100 million. What did they just said, I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm talking about. You just like Nintendo. You're just a fanboy or shill. You've been wrong. Look at the Wii U. That's all they did to me back then. So I've dealt with these type of people. They're just doing it for money. I'm doing it because I love this. I did it before money was even involved. I did it way before this. So, you know, I don't need the YouTube views I don't need to say outlandish stuff with Switch 2 in order to get YouTube views. I don't need that. Or I don't need to say outlandish stuff with lots of stuff to get that, you know? So it's all good. When I'm right later, don't worry. I'll make my video I was right. When I'm right later, I'll make my video that I was right. Because you guys really think the Switch 2 is just going to stop selling? You really think people aren't going to buy it when Mario and Zelda come out? You really think people aren't buying it now? You really think it's... Come on now. Come on now. So yeah. I don't know why anybody cares about console sales so much. It's not like we benefit directly from it. The big three aren't going anywhere regardless. I disagree with some of that. We do benefit directly from it because the better the system sells, the more games that we're going to get. If you like Xbox and the system's not selling, you might not get what you want. Now, it looks like they're going to make like a PC box thingy, whatever. But Microsoft just might stop making hardware in general in the future because the sales were so bad. If the Xbox Series S and X sold incredible, I guarantee you that Microsoft would have got a lot more Japanese games. They would have got a lot more stuff. It would have been a much better ecosystem. They probably would have got much better Game Pass games from third parties and deals and other things like that. If Game Pass and if their system sales were banging and bussing, trust me, you'd have developers signing up the yin yang for Game Pass. You'd have probably no Game Pass price hikes. They'd probably keep Game Pass at a level amount because there'd be way more subs for Game Pass. There'd be a lot better things for Xbox gamers if Xbox sold well. Let me give you another exact example of this. The Wii U, that didn't sell very good. How many third-party games did we get on that? Did we get Elder Scrolls Skyrim? Did we get... Look at all the games that we're getting down on Switch 1 and Switch 2. Look at the Switch 2's titles. That type of stuff never happened. Did we get Final Fantasy on Wii U? Did we get all these big games, these AAA titles that are coming? Did we get Borderlands? We got Borderlands on Switch 1. Did we get Borderlands on Wii U? They could have easily done Borderlands on Wii U. They did not. You know what I'm saying? Look at all the stuff that we got on Switch 1 because of the system sales. So it does directly benefit you when a system does well. When a system does not do as well, you're going to get less. What if you love the PS Vita? PS Vita sold like trash. Third-party developers abandoned that system. Completely abandoned it. You did not get it. Sony abandoned that system. You know what I'm saying? How about PSVR? I mean, listen, it is one of those things that it just happens. You don't have to sit there and stand on every pins and needles and sit there and argue with people 24/7 about system sales and all that. You don't have to care about what system does better in terms of who sells the most, the console war. I don't care about that. Some people think that I do. I don't. PS5 can sell 500 million systems. And I'd be like, cool, I got one. The Switch 2 could sell significantly less. It can sell 100 million systems, which is still good. That'd be the greatest selling system, or one of the greatest selling systems of all time. But I'd still be happy because 100 million plus systems, that's good. Not as good as PS5, but that's fine. It's still sold. They both sold good. We're getting games on the systems. That's all that matters. I don't care about what system sells more. I don't care about what system. I will announce, hey, this system did better than this, or here's where the sales numbers are, but I don't care. I buy all the systems. It makes no sense to want one system to sell significantly better and all that when you supported that system. It makes no sense. I just want the Switch 2 to sell well. I want it to sell really good. I don't care if it loses a month or a month in the US, or that's stupid. That's irrelevant. It's irrelevant if it does or it doesn't. It does not matter. Nintendo's not going to get less games because PS5 outsold it in 1 month here in the US. Ubisoft doesn't care. Bandai Namco doesn't care. Square Enix doesn't care. Do you think Square Enix cares that the PS5? So they don't give a damn. They already said that they're going to support the Switch 2 because they saw how Switch 1 sold. They saw how Nintendo gamers bought the games that came out on Switch 1. So they're going to put it out on Switch 2 because it's going to sell good and because it's better for them. They don't give a damn. I don't care. Nobody should care. Maybe if you're Sony, how did our sales do? If you're Nintendo, sure. But I don't care. That's not going to stop AAA games or third-party developers from developing on the Switch 2. Oh my gosh, 1 month it outsold it by 50,000 or 100,000. Nobody cares. That's irrelevant to the gamer. That's irrelevant to 99% of video game companies. They just want to see that it's selling. They just want to see that Switch 2 is doing well. As long as it's doing well and it's selling good around the world, they don't care if PS5 outsells it or not. It's irrelevant. So all these people that are trying to sit there and try to call me out for one thing are stupid. It's irrelevant to what we get. Switch 2 is doing this well, is doing this without Mario or Zelda, Smash or Animal Crossing. Mario Kart is meant to be evergreen, built throughout the genre. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. So that's why I said you're not going to be able to do this time next year when the new 3D Mario is out, when the new Gen 10 Pokemon is out, when they've announced maybe for the next Direct, there's the new Smash Brothers game. You're only going to be able to do this for a little bit, just like Switch 1. Switch 1 people did the same thing. Switch 1 schizos did the same thing with me. They came to my stream, they argued all day, they said this person called you out, they said this person, of course, frauds who don't even care about Switch or at all, or don't even care about anything, complete frauds, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. They'll be wrong later, because they've been wrong about everything so far. So, oh, I know what you meant, Space Butler. Kendrick says the Wii was a weak console graphically and it's still gaming consoles squeezed their games on that console because it was selling. Well, I know what you meant, my man. So, yeah. So people are weird. They're weird, bro. They're weird. They're weird as heck, bro. I've got a PS5. People are dumb as hell. Like literally, I've got one. It's like right here. It's like right here. I got a PS5 Pro. Not just a regular PS5, a PS5 Pro. I don't know why anybody would think that I don't want the system to do well. Stupid. Then I just sell my systems and I say screw Sony. I have an Xbox Series X, by the way. I have one. It's right over here. I'll show you guys it just because it's fun. Give me 1 second. I need to unplug this system anyway. I needed to unplug this system anyway. Overall, guys, I needed to unplug it. It's dusty. Here's my Xbox. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Please play me. Here's my Xbox Series. My dusty. Oh my god, bruh. Here's my dusty Xbox Series X. Here's my dusty. I've got an X. So people say, "Oh, Xbox hater. You just hate everything Xbox." Yeah. So I hate it so much that I bought it, and I have a ton of games for my PS5 and my Xbox. By the way, I have a bunch of games for both of them. So here's my Series X. I played a lot of Mass Effect on this thing. It was great. So, yeah. Yeah, you can see the dust on there. I said I don't play. I dusted it off a little bit. I mean, it's still got some white marks on there, but, I mean, kind of smells weird, too, as well. So I haven't used it in a while. I don't have my other cleaning spray in here. I'd use my other cleaning spray. But yeah, it looks brand new. As you can tell, like, outside of the dust, it's no scratch marks, no scuffs. It is a beast of a system, you know? I have it on here. I have the Xbox Series X as well. So yeah, man. Like, see, it's looking like a certain someone's 3DS. The difference was that here's the thing though. The difference between me and that Xbox and with J2 was actively playing the system. It wasn't just sitting there doing nothing. But his was crusty. Mine's dusty. Dusty and crusty aren't the same thing. Dusty and crusty are not the same thing. J2 Blue's 3DS was crusty. My Xbox Series X is dusty. Those are two different things. Two different things. You know? Two different things. My Xbox isn't crusty. My Xbox is not crusty. It's not crusty. It's just dusty. You know? So yeah. There's a difference. So yeah, J2's system, this man had, if you would have took his system to a forensic files lab, there would have been so many different bits and parts of food. And I don't know what this man had. It was like forensic files. Like you have the lane like oh, shout outs to Unkar with the 5, man.
OJ, brah, console protective services might come to your door over console negligence,
Oh,
my man rolling on the floor
gosh.
laughing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Shout outs to Uncario. Thank you for the 5. I just haven't played it in a hot minute, man. Y'all know the forensic files though, right? Y'all know that sound for the forensic files. J2's, it had so many different fibers and y'all know. They were looking at J2. They were looking at J2's what's it called? His 3DS, bruh. They were looking at his 3DS, bro. Like they sit right here, like this right here. Look, when they start analyzing. Hold on, what we gotta do from the beginning. Dude, when they start looking at the different fibers. The different fibers. Oh my gosh, yo, shout out. Oh man, still 600 for that thing, yeah. Well, I mean, I bought mine at 500, so mine's went up in value. You know what I'm saying? Mine's went up. It's went up in value for a brand new one. This one's used, but still. No, the Forensic Files theme song, it is a banger though. Forensic Files theme song is an absolute banger. It's so good. Well, at least the old. I don't know what the new theme song sounds like, but the old theme song, complete banger, man. So complete banger. Shout out to Forensic Files, one of the greatest shows of all time. Watch Forensic Files, man. Watch Forensic Files. Forensic Files is a legitimately goated show. So yeah. Goated show. Assuming it sells for 600, I have my doubts. I mean, most people aren't gonna buy an Xbox Series for 600. That is true. Most people aren't gonna buy it for 600. So yeah. Just like Reggie said on the debate with Matt Pat, you just worry about the Ganon or Bowser. Let us worry about the sales. Yeah. That's true. That's true. FBI Files is good too. It's a bit long on the FBI Files, but it's pretty good. But all right, guys, I've went 30 plus minutes over on this JoJo Friday. I've got to go take care of my boy. If you guys haven't seen my most recent video, check out my most recent video. Check it out. It's awesome. I think it's dope. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching my most recent video. Go check it out. Go check it out. It's awesome. Thank you guys so much for being incredible. Big love to Cyber Taurus, Joe 9K, Uncario with the 5. Thank you guys so much, man. You guys have been just incredible. Thank you guys so much for the donos tonight. 325 on the overclock board. We were out here slanging. Shout outs to all the elite ninjas, man. You guys were incredible today. Seriously. Big love to Zoo. Zoo had multiple donos today. Cyber Taurus as well. What up, Cyber Taurus? The cool guy. The cool guy, man. Big love. The cool guy. Shout outs to the cool guy with the $10 as well. Vadscent. Big love to Vadscent, the cool guy. I love Coke Slurpees, multiple donos. Flipping the switch or switch after dark. Go subscribe to his channel. That dude's goated. Yoshi. Shout outs to Yoshi Justin. As well, Broccoli Rob, Tune In Tier, Straw Hat, Monty, yo, Stivel, yo, what up? Chrono Rig, Sonic Slim. Big love, guys. You guys were all incredible today, man. J Views, Roger E, Coke Slurpees, once again, Mega Lee, Party Man, Gaming Mariner, Mayo Riots, my man, Eric, let's go, Adroxis, Justin, Shaw X, Chrono Rig, once again. Thank you guys so much. Cyber Taurus, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys for being awesome. I will see you guys back once again tomorrow. I don't think there's any Spawncast because I think John was doing a pre-recorded show. I couldn't make it. But I think Spawncast will be back 100% live, and I'll be back on that one next week. So next week, so this Friday or this Saturday, we're gonna have a cool Saturday night chill stream, OJ chill stream, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna rise up a bunch of ruckus, so it's gonna be great. So shout outs to Vadson, shout outs to the cool guy. Appreciate the 10, man. Thank you for the big 10, cool guy. Appreciate you, fam. If I didn't say it before, I thought I maybe missed you. But shout outs, you and Vadson did back to back. So thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys. All right, y'all. I'll see you guys for tomorrow's stream. Watch my video. If you haven't seen my video, watch it. It's out now. I talk about stuff. I'm gonna have a big prediction video for you guys. Oh yeah, babe, come.
Happy New Year.
Yeah. Oh, my wife says Happy New Year to everybody. So I want to make sure that you guys heard it. Say it again, babe.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Amazing things this year. Amen.
Amen. She says Happy New Year 2026 to all of you guys. So shout outs to Wife Essence. She says that as well. So yeah, man. All right, guys, take it easy. We'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out. And we're out on this one here, baby.